River City Rough Riders Semi-Pro Football on Coulee Region Sports Network. Tonight, the River City Rough Riders face a new NEFL foe as they hit the gridiron versus the Med City Freeze out of Rochester.
Let's go out and play our game now. Let's go yip cabbage on three. 1, 2, 3, yip cabbage!
Rough Riders Football on CRSN is presented to you by
Subway of La Crosse, Old Style Inn, Bacalar's Meats, NFL Play 60, USA Football, Pepsi of La Crosse.
Also brought to you by
Newey's Vogue, Trendsetter LLC, Apparel by Ray, Custom Fab of La Crosse, Shimmy's, Dairy Queen of La Crosse, The Dugout 47 on French Island,
and by
The Dive Bar, Matt's Auto and Repair, Coulee Bank, Denture Smart Denture Service, Herpath State Farm Insurance of Onalaska, Angelini's Restaurante, Onalaska.
Now, here with the call of the action from Swanson Field, Logan High School in La Crosse, Wisconsin, Rick Franke and Scotty Gran.
Good evening. Welcome to NEFL football here on the Coulee Region Sports Network, streaming live on YouTube, the CRSN YouTube channel. Rick and Scotty up in the booth. Lisa Kay down on the sidelines, and Lisa has not been with us for the first couple of home games. We've got her here tonight, and I know you're a little hobbled there with the knee, but we're glad that you are with us. And how are you feeling, first off, and welcome to Rough Riders football here in 2018.
Well, when I'm with the two of you, how do I not feel great, right? I mean, we're doing football.
I believe none of that.
I'm doing football. It's October weather. My football injury's healing well. No, it's not a football injury. I really don't play football.
No, you don't. But you.
No, but I'm a great sidearm chair quarterback.
You have a lot of football knowledge, though.
I do.
Yeah.
And I do like that.
And another good thing is you're a Bears fan, which we like. Of course, Stan up here, the public address announcer, he's a Bears fan. Scotty, a Packers fan.
I got nothing.
I think Zach is a Packers fan, I'm guessing. I'm not sure, but
well, today I'm a Rough Riders fan, so it's going to be some fun times.
I think this is going to be a good football game.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not sure if you're aware of the Med City Freeze. They're a new team coming out of 9-man football, now playing the real deal with 11. Not that 9-man football isn't entertaining and fun, but they are a very talented team when I look at what they've done in the past in 9-man football. Now, it's a little bit of a different game when you're playing all 11, but they've got some stars on this team that I'm interested to see.
There's already been a few heated exchanges between some players, some coaches, and making sure during warm-ups that they're each ready. You
got any numbers that you could point out?
42.
Who was getting into it?
42.
I'm going to go with a Rough Rider coach talking to the Med City Freeze, and I didn't catch a number, but
interesting.
Yeah, he's ready.
That's one of the benefits of having Lisa on the sideline. She hears it. She's up close and personal with it, and she'll share it with us. The head coach for Med City is Tyler Grapp. Now, he did coach at Rochester Community and Technical College, the Yellow Jackets, for you fans of that school. The assistant coach and offensive coordinator is Eric Evans, and as we said, first year of 11-man football. The quarterback, as we've been told, will be number 15, Jake Sharpen. Don't have any numbers on him. 6 foot 195 from Randolph, Minnesota. This is his 9th year of playing in semi-pro football, so he's got some experience.
Yeah, and that's going to help him, and the receivers are pretty experienced as well, and we'll get into that in a second. So all that makes for a lot of continuity offensively, which last week we didn't see, or last game that we did, I should say, we didn't see that at all.
We'll get you all the starters on offense and defense for the Freeze, but I did want to mention this because I know how much you like your professional wrestling. And there is a player that's on this Med City team. His name is Khalil Al-Casey, and he is the son of the Iron Sheik.
Shiki-san, that's right.
I wonder if the Sheik will be here in the stands.
Yeah.
He might be watching on YouTube.
Why isn't he not wearing, like, the
shoes?
Shoes in the honor of the Iron Sheik that are cleats. Hey, I'd be doing that. I mean, Sully can wear rat tails on his shoes for crying out loud. Why couldn't we do that?
Realistically.
I don't know. If I see him here, I'm gonna find him, and we'll talk to the Iron Sheik.
I think
realistically, didn't the Iron Sheik basically make Hulk Hogan?
Yeah, because the Iron
Hulk Hogan, when Hogan, the most popular wrestler of the time. What happened to him? I can't speak all of a sudden.
Yeah, when Hulkamania was going on, Iron Sheik was the main antagonist for Hulkamania. So you have to kind of credit the Iron Sheik for making Hulk Hogan the name and brand that he is today. Even though that name and brand has taken some hits, it's still the most popular brand in the history of
I don't know what you're talking about, court cases and such. Do you know what the Iron Sheik's real name is?
Off the top of my head, no, I don't.
I'm going to say it's similar to his son's.
I've actually seen
long.
the documentary, so I know it's real.
According to what I looked up, it's Hossein Khosrow
Yes.
Ali Vaziri.
Yep, because he says Hussein a lot when he was roading with a lot of the managers he used to road with, like, let me see, like Slick, the great, God, I'm trying to remember all these managers' names he rode with, but he learned a lot from them. And they would just call him Hassan. They wouldn't even call him Sheik. They just called him by his real name most of the time.
1983 WWF champ before it changed because of Animal Group, right?
Yes. Well,
and then Hulkamania ran wild.
They changed WWF like in the 2000s, but they took the F out. That was the slogan I remember from those days.
I remember watching it on USA Sundays. Every morning, every week, rather every Sunday. That was the best thing to do.
Hey, I watched way back in the day when back in Chicago on Channel 26, Big Ben's Auto Sales, watching that professional wrestling early on a Sunday morning.
Lisa, don't you remember all those promos they would do? And they all made sense, and then you got to the Ultimate Warrior. And you're like, what are you talking about?
I didn't care. It was the Ultimate Warrior.
I know, but
I just looked at him.
What are you talking about? Airplanes going down? I don't get it.
We got football going on.
We do have football. Thanks for getting them off the wrestling subject there.
Thanks, Lisa. You're the best.
Of course, the Rough Riders head coach Dave Brown, the offensive coordinators Dan Bridges and Paul Anderson, defensive coordinator Andre Spencer. Rough Riders 2-1 overall, lost on the road for their first time in the first official league
Not
game
a bad loss,
to the defending champion Minneapolis Warriors. Final score 22-14. So they'll look to rebound here in a game against a team that's playing their first in the league.
Yeah, but you look at this roster, like you said, Rick, they got some playmakers out there. I think this is going to be a lot different intensity, and I would say a better, well-rounded football game than what we saw 2 weeks ago here at Logan Field here.
We'll take a quick break and be back with your starters on both sides of the ball for both the Rough Riders and the Freeze coming up here on the Coulee Region Sports Network.
The River City Rough Riders would like to welcome the Dugout 47 as a 2018 season sponsor and partner during the Rough Riders NFL Play 60 USA Football. If you're looking for great food and great fun, visit Rick Fuller and his crew at the Dugout 47, located at 1305 Bainbridge Street on French Island.
Taste the sensations of true Italian food. Smell the sweet smell of Italian stuffed pizza, Italian spaghetti sauce like Mom used to make, and the sweet smell of fresh garlic bread filling the air at Angelini's. Enjoy private dining and a full bar with lounge. Angelini's Pizzeria and Ristorante right across the street from the Omni Center. Angelini's is serving up traditional as well as authentic Angelini's Italian specialties. To make reservations, call 608-783-5566 or come on over after the game, but just don't put your own tables together. Angelini's Pizzeria and Ristorante in Onalaska. You're invited to taste the difference.
Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact institution for details.
We are having such a good hair day. Selfie time!
Oh, that reminds me.
That's not a selfie.
I'm taking a picture of this check I just got. With my institution's mobile deposit app, the money goes straight into my free Kasasa checking account.
So, a check selfie? A selfie?
Oh, no, not a thing.
With state-of-the-art Kasasa checking, you get cash rewards and nationwide ATM withdrawal fee refunds every month you qualify.
Ask for Kasasa by name at Coulee Bank or visit CouleeBank.net. Member FDIC.
Please join the River City Rough Riders during their 2018 partnership with NFL Play 60 USA Football. If you didn't get a chance to make today's early registration date, go to the River City Rough Riders website, rcroughriders.info. The first 50 kids to sign up will have a chance to enjoy this 5-day camp at no cost.
Isn't life crazy? One day your fender gets dented by a runaway shopping cart. The next day, your kid's college entrance exam is a runaway success.
Yes, I got accepted.
But that's life. Some days you're the bug, some days you're the windshield. No worries, your State Farm agent is here in all of life's moments, the good and the not so good, to help life go right. So good day, bad day, any day, let's talk.
Call State Farm agent Kurt Paff in Onalaska at 608-783-1130.
This is River City Rough Riders Northern Elite Football on the Coulee Region Sports Network.
Rick and Scotty back with you from the media box at Logan High School. La Crosse, Wisconsin, as we're getting closer to kickoff between the River City Rough Riders and the Med City Freeze. All right, Scotty, let's get to the offensive starters for the Rough Riders. May have a late change here, as talking with Paul Anderson. Maybe Eric Brown not going to be in, but I'll give you the lineup as it was given to me. Quarterback will be Carl Hoffman. Jay Peoples in the backfield as the lone back. 3 receivers, Philip Ditto, Eric Brown, and C.J. Woods. Tight end will be Aaron Soley. Injury to Drew Johnson has him out today. The offensive line, Calvin Payton, the veteran at left tackle. Left guard is Nate Morgan. Center is Jordan Binkin. It'll be right guard Nate Nicholson, and the right tackle is John Robinson. On defense for the Rough Riders, it'll be Charles Hardy on defensive line, along with Tyler Bortle, James Washington, and Kevin Suber. The linebackers will be Tim Madison, Kellen Lager, and Prince Osai. The defensive backs, J. Rock Staley, Jay Greenhill, Troy Young, and Vontre Phillips. And that is your starters on defense and offense. Now, I do believe Stan the Man is going to be introducing the 2003 team. So, Lisa, why don't you point your microphone up and we'll listen.
James has played many positions for the team over the years and has been a valuable member of the Rough Rider family for the last 16 years. He is from Crescent, Minnesota.
The 2003 Rough Riders are being honored.
Tommy Harrison. Tom was a fixture at LG for the Rough Riders for 15 seasons, who was a quiet leader and who led by example. Tom is currently the Rough Riders offensive line coach and is from Winona, Minnesota. Shout out to Paul Anderson. Paul was the founder of the Rough Riders in 2003. He was a special teams coach from 2003 to 2004, head coach and offensive coordinator from 2005 to 2008, offensive coordinator from 2009 to 2011. Paul, you wear a lot of hats. Well, he's an assistant offensive mind from 2012 to 2018, and Paul is from Gales Mill, Wisconsin. Shout out to Calvin Payton. Calvin has taken the rough tackle position for the last 16 seasons.
Jeff, why don't you get a quick shot of the guys down on the field? 68-55, Paul Anderson in the group.
Calvin Payton is from Rochester, Minnesota, and is from Jackson State. He wears number 68. Another shout out, Dave Downtown Brown. Dave played every linebacker position with the Rough Riders and also played defensive end during 15 years with the Rough Riders and was an assistant coach. Dave's leadership qualities to younger players helped the team survive the last 16 seasons. Current head coach of the Rough Riders from Ross and from Winona State. Let's get ready for our national anthem.
The 2003 River City Rough Riders being announced here. It's time now for our anthem. All right, pregame ceremonies complete. Let's take a look at the starters on offense for the Med City Freeze. Quarterback Jake Sharpen. In the backfield, number 28, Starlon Pruitt. Big back at 6 foot, 230 pounds, his second year out of Chicago, Illinois. The offensive line, left tackle Matt Jack. Left guard is Khalil Al-Kasi. The center, number 33, Adler Davis. The right guard, number 99, Chris Whitfield. The right tackle, number 72, Colin Mueller. The tight end is Storm Soto, also the team's owner and president, wearing number 6. Wide receivers, 3 of them. Number 2, wide receiver Alex Benson. Number 7, wide receiver Mohammed Thurman. And number 9, wide receiver Dontrell Johnson. Those are the offensive starters. Now the defensive starters. Nose tackle will be Emilius Davis. Emilius Davis looks like a very intriguing player who played for University of South Dakota and the Coyotes. He was Defensive Lineman of the Year in 2013. Also played indoor football with the Bandits and the Storm, so he'll be a load. Ted Ohm, veteran, defensive tackle number 59. Defensive ends number 20, Forrest Kroll, and number 51, Scott Mechnick. The linebackers, Kevin Klochek, number 21. Number 40, Josh LaPlante. And number 45, I believe, if I can read my own writing, Todd Bland Jr. The cornerbacks, number 34, Simon Hayes. Number 22, Chris Wolf. Free safety is number 1, Lakeem Good. And the strong safety, number 4, Andre Davis. Those are all your starters for today's game. I got through all of them, Scotty.
Yeah, you did good. And the one thing that stands out on Med City across the front, they are big. This is a big football team.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting as we're just underway. The Rough Riders to kick off. And the kicking duties handled by number 44, Tyler Bortle. Normally see him out there tearing things up on defense, but he's going to do the opening kickoff here. It's a low line drive kick, as you can see, picked up at the 25. Busting up the center of the field for Med City is Dustin Hink. He also plays in the backfield, 5'7", 205 pounds, from Pine Island, Minnesota, in his first year playing with Med City.
Yeah, pretty good field position to start here for Med City. We'll see if they can take advantage of it, and we'll see if the Rough Rider defense can continue to terrorize opposing quarterbacks in this league, as so far they're one of the league leaders overall in sacks defensively in this season.
A couple of brothers on this team. Adler and Andre Davis are brothers, something I learned earlier today about Med City.
Weren't the guards and the replacements named Davis? I'm pretty sure they were.
I think you might be right about that.
Yeah, see, Lisa says yes.
All right, just underway here. And again, the quarterback, Jake Sharpen, veteran, under center. And a running play to start. Here's Starlon. He'll take it left side. The Rough Riders eat it up after a pickup of 1 on the play. In on the stop for the Rough Riders, Vontaze Phelps. He is being off to a great start. Phelps, in the first official game with 9 tackles, led the team last week against the Warriors.
Yeah, Phelps reading that play very well, too, and not giving a lot of time for Pruitt to really cut and go off of that backside counter play.
And our thanks to Jeff Ross running the camera today. We might try in our next home game running a second camera.
We'll
get Eric Frankie on board here for some of the coverage. Now out of the shotgun, Med City. And Starlon Pruitt in the backfield gets the handoff. Pruitt stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Rough Riders are ready for this running game, which was dominant last year with Pruitt handling the football. Shut down right back at the line of scrimmage. Might even been a loss of 1 there.
Yeah, James Washington that time in immediately and taking Pruitt down.
Big number 4.
Not wearing neon this week.
No. I wonder why.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of a cool look.
You might have to find that out, Lisa.
Will do.
All right.
Sully's not wearing tails on his cleats this week either.
No nonsense, Rough Riders this week.
No tails.
No, but
Stan says.
But Ditto's got purple shoes. Ditto's got purple shoes with gold heels, so those are pretty fancy.
That's pretty sweet.
Double motion here by Med City, shifting a couple of times there with Storm Soto, the big tight end. Pressure, sack, wrapped up and buried by Charles Hardy.
Man, Hardy with just a strong move on the edge, and the one thing, Whiting just ran right into him. Like he rolled right out into him, and Hardy just had reckless abandon on his mind when he took him down that time.
Hardy had 2 sacks last week, give him 3 now for the season, and he got in quickly. Nowhere to go with the football for Jake Sharpen.
You know, Rick, that formation looked like a modified wing T high school offense right there with the motion.
Well, I talked to the coach before a game, and I said, are you ready for this team? You know, you had a lot of turnover with staff, and this is your second game. And he says, oh, our defense is more than ready.
We will definitely see more of that as they get set for a big punt. A little trouble on the snap. Just gets past Hardy's outstretched arms, and the ball bounces at the 41-yard line and eventually down by Med City at the 38. Rough Riders will start out 1st and 10 there.
Yeah, good penetration again by Hardy. He's seeming to get in off the edge quickly, even on special teams. Nobody wants to get anything, no hands or a shoulder pad on him at all. He's just going right through.
So the Rough Riders, after beating the Cowboys of Stanley 34-14 and shutting out the Vipers 58-0, suffered their first loss. This was a regular season game, 22-14. So they'll look to rebound here and see if that offense can get rolling.
Yeah, Carl Hoffman, one of the league leaders in completion percentage, yards passing, and touchdowns so far in the league this year.
61%, 284 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception last week against the Warriors. Good protection. Lofts it down the left sideline and almost intercepted. Good defensive play. Getting up to knock that ball away was Chris Wolf in the secondary from Oak Forest, Illinois, in his 2nd year.
Yeah, good job by Wolf, too. He was with Ditto step for step that time, and Hoffman probably put a little too much air under that ball.
Yeah, he was trying to drop it in. We've seen him do it before. That pass in the opener against the Cowboys dropped right into the arms of Philip Ditto.
Yeah, the one thing, though, the wind is a little bit
down.
more wicked in this game than it has in the previous 2.
Wind kicking up a little bit. First carry for the Rough Riders. And that looks like Craig Marminski gets the carry. And doesn't get a whole lot. Good job on defense there by Med City. 3rd and 10 yards to go now, as we're just underway in the first quarter with no score. Ditto lined up left, 2 receivers to the right. Hoffman steps up in the pocket, fires down the right sideline. Good coverage, a little overthrown. Looking for C.J. Woods down the right sideline.
Yeah, Simon Hayes with good coverage, and you can see right away the corners for Med City are going to be step for step with these wide receivers so far early in this one.
So with Lisa Kay on the sidelines, we will have some interviews coming up at halftime. You'll get the coach, Dave Brown, Lisa, and then also we hope to get a couple of players as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's going to be willing to talk quite yet, but we'll see how the game kind of plays out. Sometimes they're more talkative than others, depending on the scoreboard. But
Aaron Soley's almost always willing to talk.
Yeah, I know. I know. We'll see what I can come up with.
Anything's a definite improvement over my sideline coverage, so thank you, Lisa.
I'm going to not say anything.
All right, here's the punt on 4th down. Defense is ruling the day here so far. Takes a Rough Rider bounce down to the 25. That came off the foot of Jake Braun. So it'll be the 2nd series for Med City. Again, like to thank some of the Rough Riders sponsors, Pepsi of La Crosse. Our thanks to them, as well as the Old Style Inn, or should I say Ye Old Style Inn.
Either way works.
So the first series for both teams, not good.
Well, then we can already see that both teams' defenses are probably their strength right now, even though the Rough Riders have a good passing attack. I mean, Med City's got a pretty good secondary from what I can see.
Sharpen under center this time. He had to get back in his shotgun. It didn't work well for him there. Expect this running game. You got a 2-back set right now. Throwing the fullback in as the running game didn't work in the first series. Pitch. And you got a different back taking it this time. No, it actually is Starlon Pruitt. He had a little quicker.
Fumble.
The ball came loose, and the Rough Riders say they have it.
It's a fumble, too.
They do have it, indeed. And a turnover. Pruitt off to a tough start as the Rough Rider defense, Gang Purple, gets in, strips the ball away.
Vontrez Phelps with a great pop on that left arm, and that ball just ejected, rolling on the ground. And there was some confusion at first, but the official said it was good to go, Lisa.
I'm not sure if you could hear how loud that pop was, but down here it was almost breathtaking. I was a big wow from me, wondering if he'd even get up from that. But holy
Huge
cow.
hit and turnover, and the Rough Riders have the football now. Let's see what they can do with it.
Good fundamentals right there. Go for the ball on the hit.
Phelps has been monstrous defensively for the Rough Riders here in the early portion of the season. Warminski in the backfield again. He'll get the carry. And stacked up as he got back to the original line of scrimmage. Give him one on the play with a little extra effort, but not much again. In on the stop there for Med City was Kevin Klochek.
Yeah, Klochek just reading that play very, very nicely. And you have to give credit where credit's due for Med City's defensive line. They're making some plays right at the line of scrimmage right now. They're controlling it.
Klochek, 6'3", 220 pounds. 1 yard pickup for Warminski. Fakes the handoff to Warminski. Chuck downfield looking for Philip Ditto. Overthrows him. And incomplete. It'll be third down and 9 yards to go here for the Rough Riders.
Hoffman had him that time, and he knows it. Yeah, good protection on the outsides. Both tackles protecting well. He had a nice pocket to set and throw. Just overshot it.
So let's see. They're going to go to the air again here, most definitely. Ball at the 24-yard line, 3rd down and 9 yards to go. Ditto left. Split right, Tyrell Beasley. C.J. Woods. Hoffman looking right. The pressure was on. Thrown over the middle, almost intercepted. Boy, tell you what, that could have been extremely ugly. As Todd Bland Jr. stepped up, got his hands on it, the linebacker couldn't take it away.
Yeah, not only that, I didn't really see anybody around that football for the Rough Riders. I don't know if there was confusion on the play. It looked like it was going to be a bubble screen right in the middle of the field, but nothing set up.
Well, that's what it looks like when you see the entire defensive line in through
Absolutely.
Without any contact. But nobody in position for that throw. So you got 4th down and 9 here, and Rough Riders struggling offensively here in the early goings. Good protection. Hoffman fires, hits Ditto, and that'll be a completion. 1st down to the 12 or say the 10-yard line. You got a couple extra dance moves there.
Yeah, a lot of cushion given up that time by Chris Wolf, and taking advantage of that Hoffman with the throw. Nice out pattern ran by Ditto, 1st down.
Ditto walking the tightrope there as it looked like he was going to go out of bounds before the 10-yard line.
Right, I could see him anywhere, though, with the Zuba leggings. I can't miss the guy.
Ditto was a popular target, as he always is. Last week, caught 6 balls for 82 yards, 13.7 per catch. Busy day in the Northern Elite Football League. Some non-conference games as well. Carey left. Peoples is roped down before he gets to the line of scrimmage. Loss of 1 on the play.
Yeah, Josh Reynolds in on the tackle first for Med City.
So the first down of the game is a completion to Ditto, but that's all we've seen so far. 9:37 and counting left here in the first quarter. We are scoreless. 2nd down, goal to go. Peoples in the backfield. CJ to the right, Ditto to the left, throw to the end zone, completes it to Ditto. He hangs on after contact, and it's 6-0 Rough Riders.
Yeah, that's a great catch right there. What a hit by Lakeem Good, though, in the end zone, trying to jar that ball loose. A good job, though, by Ditto to maintain possession for the touchdown.
I think he's shaken up even just a little, staying on the field. I don't know, maybe shoulder, maybe just a little mind shaker.
Yeah, he took a pretty good shot there in the end zone.
Well, Philip
Good
Ditto.
sense to hold on to the ball and
Absolutely.
not let go of it.
Yeah, he did. He took a lick, but definitely able to hang on to that football. And Philip Ditto, he's racking up touchdown after touchdown. You look at that career, he has been magnificent.
Another dime to Ditto.
You love saying that.
I do.
Here's the kick, and just between the uprights and good. And kicking for the Rough Riders was Drew Johnson. He's not playing tight end today, but he was able to put it between the uprights and good. They take a 7-0 lead here over Med City. As now the Freeze will get their opportunity to try to answer.
You know, one name I see not on the sidelines today is Raymond Carbajal. Been trying to find number 20, and I think he's been an X factor for the Rough Riders, and I don't see him out here today, Rick, whatsoever.
Nor do I, and he has showed that he's got some pretty good hands in that game against the Vipers. He was all over the field doing just about everything.
Yes, he did.
I can see what I can find out about that.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything from either Dan Bridges or Paul Anderson or anybody else that he wasn't going to be suited up today, but
I will tell you that one of our black and white officials on this side of the field is our very own Craig Cole from Onalaska boys basketball.
Oh, head coach Craig Cole.
Coming right at us.
In 3D for you. You're right down there.
Yeah, I probably should say some nice stuff so I can get some scoop in the basketball season, right?
Maybe. Another short kick. Maybe picked up at the 21, and I think he stepped out of bounds, but he's bouncing off a bunch of tacklers. That's Roberto Flores. Or Dustin Hink, I think is who I said the first time. I'm guessing he looks pretty stocky at 5'7", 205. I think that's Dustin Hink. Two guys wearing 27.
It was pretty close if he was out or not, but the one thing you got to say to Romello Jones is you got to wrap up that guy. You just can't run into him with a shoulder that big. You got to wrap him up. So easy for me to say.
Hink made something out of nothing. Good field position, 40-yard line. I agree with everything you said, though. And it was Hink. Now, we'll tell you that not all the jerseys have the accurate name on the back, I was told. So
we haven't had that scenario before, ever.
Tommy Pickles.
No. I was looking for Tommy Pickles the entire game. I wasn't even looking for his buddy Chucky, and he wasn't even around.
Minnesota Vipers, the infamous Tommy Pickles. I saw they yelled illegal shift to the right. And a handoff off left tackle. Not much there. And the running game has not been going well for Starlon Pruitt here in the early going.
James Washington is everywhere. Everywhere.
2 yards for Pruitt on the last carry. 8:49 and counting here in the first quarter. And the Rough Riders have a 7-0 lead. It is a bit crisp out tonight. I guess Lisa could give you the best perspective on how it feels down on the field right now. I'm guessing we're hanging out a little below 60 degrees right now. Lots of chatter down on the Rough Riders sideline.
Pretty fired up.
And it looks like some rain coming down right now as it starts to get a bit wet out there. And that's going to be incomplete, I think, or are they going to say he hung on to that football?
They're calling catch.
And a lot of dispute from this side of the field. I hear Coach Paul up above. Boy, it's coming down a little rough right now, and unexpected rain shower working its way in here. I'm going to protect the equipment. Yeah, I'm going to have to pull some of this stuff back, Scotty. As the rain coming in, blowing our direction. Yeah. And Pruitt buried in the backfield. Coming in hard for the Rough Riders was Courtney Farrell.
And Hardy again as well. And, I mean, he's had his way on the edge entire game so far for the Rough Riders.
So a bit of a shower coming down, a bit of a surprise. The forecast, boy, they've done such a great job with forecasting the weather here in the Coulee region. Called for, what, a 10% chance of rain today?
Yeah, I think so.
Lisa, I'm not sure if we'll be able to get to you here for a little bit. You can try it. I have your I have it pulled down out of the rain. So we'll talk to you when we stop with the rain shower. Electrical equipment and rain don't go well together.
No, they usually don't.
yeah, it's just not a good combo. yeah. Oh, Stan, you're vicious.
At least you didn't say hairdryer.
Got a timeout here. It'll be a second and long after the sack. 7:35 left here in the first quarter. 7-0 Rough Riders.
Yeah, and so far defensively, both teams have done pretty well. I mean, the Rough Riders have done a great job this year taking advantage of turnovers and turning them into points all season, and they do it again in this one, and that's the difference right now.
Got to maintain that defensive pressure. Now Med City sets as they come back to the line of scrimmage. So far, not much going with the running game and Starlon Pruitt, but you know he's capable of breaking one.
This rain is going to give Med City maybe something they can look at here to take advantage of if they can get their ground game going.
Of course, this turf holds up great when it's wet. It looks like a little anxious this time after the big play by Courtney Farrell. He's going to get an encroachment penalty, and that's going to move them up 5. So they get the yards back that they lost on the prior play. Lights taking effect here. And it looks like it's kind of lightening up a little bit here. Stan, are you singing It's Raining Men? I didn't really hear that, did I? Here's Pruitt running to the outside. And he gets drilled as he had one tackler down around the legs and then finished off the top there by, looks like Troy Young, I think, got in with that second hit. I can hear your umbrella.
Can you?
Do you hear the rain hitting it?
Yeah. The inside of this is nice and sunny, so at least the umbrella lining is pretty.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought the umbrella with you.
Yeah.
Women always seem to be more prepared for this kind of thing.
Yeah, that's because we're smarter.
Yeah, I would not. Well, I don't know about, know about that.
Sorry.
You're more prepared, I would say.
I asked for drones to chase me after games, so that explains that theory.
The drone guy is here. I saw him go upstairs.
I tell you, the talking on the sideline is really something that I haven't seen in the last couple seasons that we've covered this. They are really into this game. It's almost difficult to hear. There's so many conversations going on. And they're really trying to focus on what mistakes they can make and how to get over it.
Sharpen just aired it out looking for Alex Benson. He actually played defense on that pass, though, to knock it away so that it wasn't intercepted.
Yeah, Joe Diekman with some great recovery coverage right there. Staying step for step. That was a good play there by number 12.
So 6:33 on the clock here. You got 4th down and about 7 yards to go for Med City. And they're, of course, going to go for it here inside Rough Rider territory. Haven't seen much of the kicking game. Lots of chatter down in that field.
Absolutely.
Couple of shifts on defense here for River City. Sharpen sees pressure. Trying to get out of it. A lofted ball to the tight end Soto, and in and out of his hands with Troy Young in coverage. He heard the footsteps and could not hang on.
Yeah, Troy Young doing a great job getting his hands in there at the last second to knock that away. And again, how about Hardy with the pressure? All over the field on Jake Sharpen. He's going to be seeing number 19 in his proverbial nightmares.
Yeah, Hardy has gotten off to a good start. It's Rough Rider football now. Just shy of the 40-yard line. Up 7-zip with 6:26 left here in the first quarter. Glad you're with us here on Coulee Region Sports Network on this Saturday night. As you can expect, kind of a light crowd on a rainy Saturday evening in the Coulee region when there wasn't supposed to be any rain. Who we blaming? Dan Breeden? You can call him on this?
Sure.
Orminski is driven backwards and torn down hard. The pressure was on and finished off by the big linebacker, Todd Bland Jr., 6'1", 255 from Chicago, Illinois in his 4th year.
I think Worminski could have bounced that inside earlier. I think he stretched that out too far to give Med City the opportunity to make that play. If he would have went off the backside of his offensive lineman and specifically out there Calvin Payton, he might have gotten a couple yards, maybe 3 yards on that play.
3-yard loss on the play, 2nd down, 13 here for the Rough Riders. Peoples and Worminski in the backfield this time.
Soli's got a mismatch in the slot.
Zach Kleinfeld to the left side. It's going to be overthrown and intercepted. Oh, that was a miscommunication there, and still finally it's out of bounds. Intercepted by number 30, who is Larkeel Lewis, a cornerback from Memphis, Tennessee in his 3rd year.
Yeah, C.J. Woods that time, I don't know, like you said, maybe didn't know what route he was supposed to run there. Hoffman thought he was going airballing it out, but nope.
Woods stopped his route, and that one went way over his head. And really, all Lewis had to do was wait for it to come to him.
Yeah. That's one of the easiest interceptions you'll ever get as a defensive back.
Well, this isn't the first game anymore. A little sloppy.
It is not. It is not. I do have to say the Rough Riders defense has played very, very well this season, and they continue to play at a high level.
And considering the fact that they're almost completely revamped.
Yes, that's impressive.
That's an impressive fact. So you got to give Andre Spencer a lot of credit for what he's done with that defense. Carry left side. This time 3 yards picked up left side behind that offensive line, and lots of chirping afterwards here as both teams have words for each other.
Yeah, some shoving after the play, too. It looked like number 25. Let me see here for Med City. I think that's Chris. Oh, maybe I don't have a 25 on my roster here.
I think the Rough Riders number 25 was Alex Tompkins.
It was Dalton Haas that got in there and kind of pushed late.
3-yard pickup on the last carry. Hasn't been a lot of room to run. I'm smelling that grill again.
Yep.
I'm going to start getting hungry. Have Stan work his magic from Bacalar's. It's like Sharpen changing up the play at the line of scrimmage. Rough Riders showing blitz. Sharpen sees the pressure. Hardy, he's on his feet, throws it over the middle, completes the pass. And that's going to be Mohammed Thurman, who picks up a first down for Med City into Rough Rider territory.
Yeah, Thurman did a good job that time of breaking a tackle, getting a couple extra yards after that, too. But, man, Sharpen stepping up in the pocket, making a good delivery right there. It was a good play there by Med City.
Mohammed Thurman averaged 17 yards per catch last year. Also handles kick returning, 5'9", 170 pounds from Chicago, Illinois in his 4th year. That's right. Chi-Town stands. How about those Cubbies? I don't think they got to play with the Sox today. At least it seemed like it was a rain delay for a while.
Play with the Brewers. They beat them every week the way they're playing against them. I did. I just brought it up because it's the truth.
That was a good thing. With the Brewers bounce back.
Ooh, nice hit.
Run up the middle, still on his feet after the initial contact was Tim Nella. Don't have a lot of info on him, but he's taken over for Starlon Pruitt and bounced off the hip, but eventually wrapped up just maybe across the line of scrimmage for a half yard.
Yeah, Alex Tompkins getting up a little slow after that one. I think he's going to come out here just so they can check him out, make sure he's all right.
Yeah, he is heading back to the sidelines. Gets a pat from the coach, Dave Brown. And second and a long 9 here for Med City. Nella still in the backfield. The right is Sharpen. Sharpen to throw from the pocket, completes to Thurman. Thurman out across the 40 to the 39-yard line, picks up 6.
A good little quick out right there, gain a couple yards, make this a more manageable 3rd down here. You know, one thing I have to say, whenever Stan's doing a game up here, I feel like I'm in the middle of like a talking buffet constantly. We go from hot dogs to sundaes to burgers. It's just constant.
It's kind of like that, Scotty.
It is. And, well, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I like wings.
Hey, maybe if they're watching us right now, maybe send some over.
Try them out. There you go.
Hey, little YouTube payola.
I haven't heard payola in a long time. That's funny.
Whatever you want to put on it, I'll eat it. And Sharpen with pressure, throws over the middle, completes the pass to Soto. Got a flag thrown in the backfield. Going to be short of the first down. Catch was made by Soto.
Let's see what they call here. Yep, hold.
Gotta like that name, Storm Soto.
Yes, it's a pretty cool name right there.
6'5", 235 out of Rochester, Minnesota, 7th year. And again, I said president and owner of Med City.
Better if his last name was Solo, Storm Solo. You know, the movie Solo is coming out soon.
You asking him for a name change?
No,
I thought Storm Soto was good.
I still think it's cool. Storm is just cool in general.
Have you made it to see the Infinity Wars?
You know, I have not. Tuesday,
nor have I, but I've heard.
Tuesday, I plan on it.
I know a few that have seen it, and they say it's good, but some things a little interesting with the ending, I guess.
Yes.
They didn't tell me what, but they say it's a very interesting ending.
They tried to replicate the actual story with it. They changed a couple things just for the movie, and there are other stories going on, so we'll have to see how it is.
All right, 3rd down, 15 yards to go here for Med City.
Wow.
And Sharpen has to back up, tipped and caught. But it'll be a huge stick right there into the hands of Andre Davis. But Davis maybe gets a yard back. It'll be 4th down and 14.
Yeah, good play by, again, we talk about number 25, Alex Tompkins. He's been doing a good job in that linebacker spot. He read that one immediately, but the pass rush for the Rough Riders has been tremendous in this one.
Clock ticking under a minute here, although we got a whistle, I believe, and no, they're going to get things rolling. I can hear it's still raining out there, Elise.
Yeah, it's still coming down, and it hasn't really lightened up too much. I'm not really sure. It doesn't look like it's going to lighten up, so we might be with this through the rest of the game, which could cause an interesting second half. Here's
the boot, and that's a short kick. I don't think that's what he wanted. Johnny Christensen went off the side of his foot, the punter-kicker from Wabasso, Minnesota.
Who I feel resembles a former NFL kicker who now retired, Sebastian Janikowski.
You said he looks like Seabass.
He looks like Seabass. Come on, Lisa, what do you think?
He looks a little thinner than Seabass.
He does, but he's got the Seabass body type.
Stocky he looks, and he doesn't even have pads on.
Right.
Imagine if he had pads on.
I know.
He's kind of like shaped like SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the Christensen family thrilled with Lisa's comments.
Oh, it's not bad. I'm just saying.
To look like SpongeBob?
No, it's very sturdy.
All right.
Oh, he can kick. Did you see? I was kicking very well. I didn't. Come on now.
He gets another shot at it here. And this one's much better for Christensen. In fact, boy, you chuckle. It did go into the end zone. It was a nice kick. Didn't bounce the way he wanted it to.
It sunk like a pineapple under the sea is what that did.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Yeah, you don't carry it on. Don't drag it.
I haven't checked the YouTube comments to see where that one might have gone. We'll have to do that in a little bit, Lisa.
He can kick. He's probably one of the better kickers I've seen in the league. It's pretty impressive.
He's got a good leg.
Nice backtrack on that one.
He was booting him about 42, 45 yards here, field goal-wise in warm-ups.
Rough Riders get the football back. Just 24 seconds left in this first quarter, up 7-0. They'll start out 1st and 10 from the 20. Both teams struggling on offense here in this first quarter. Rough Riders are able to capitalize after a turnover. Had a short field. And Philip Ditto with the touchdown catch from Carl Hoffman. There's a run by Warminski. Gets across the 21 to the 23-yard line. Pickup of 3.
Yeah, good read by Warminski that time, even getting a couple yards.
And I think that's going to be the last play of this first quarter.
I believe you're right, Rick.
First quarter with our River City Rough Riders 7, Med City Breeze 0.
And we'll take a quick break. Be back with more action here. Second quarter coming up on the Coulee Region Sports Network.
Scott Cordopassi of Denture Smart Denture Service.
Denture Smart is not a dental office, it's a denture office. In fact, it's the smart way to get your new dentures. Call Bobby at 519-3946. Dr. Johnson is waiting to see you, and there's never a charge for your consultation appointment. With the laboratory on the premise, we save you time and money. There's no lab bill. Every denture is custom crafted to fit you. Whether it's your first set of dentures or you're not happy with your current set of dentures, Denture Smart is the smart way to your new smile. Hey, I may not be the tooth fairy, but I'm the next best thing.
Denture Smart Denture Service, 605 2nd Avenue South in Onalaska. Stop in today for a better smile or call for an appointment at 608-519-3946. This is River City Rough Riders Northern Elite Football on the Coulee Region Sports Network.
Rick, Scotty, and Lisa back from Logan High School across Wisconsin, where the Rough Riders have the football. Second down. And it looks like 8. They shortened up the spot as they switched sides of the field here. I don't know why that would happen, but Hoffman with pressure completes the pass to Warminski, wrestled down at about the 24-yard line, picks up 2 more, and a little celebration after the hit by the Med City linebacker Josh LaPlante.
Yeah, LaPlante was right there step for step with Warminski. You got to give credit to Warminski, though. Good concentration bringing that in. Got a couple yards.
So it'll be third down and about 6 yards to go here for the Rough Riders.
I do see the middle of the field open quite a bit defensively Med City's leaving that middle pretty vulnerable if the Rough Riders coaching staff seeing that.
C.J. Woods split right. Ditto far to the left. And he'll look for C.J. Oh, he almost got the position on that pass. Went right through his hands. Coverage by Hayes. And it'll be 4th down to punt situation for River City.
Yeah, not bad location there on that throw by Hoffman. Sailed a little bit, but Woods got his hands on it.
That was excellent coverage in the defense, too.
I agree. But again, Lisa, are you seeing what I'm seeing? The middle of the field is like a playhouse right now. If they can see that, all those linebackers are leaving that wide open right now.
Yeah, they're talking about that here on the sidelines.
Good.
They're trying to not give too much of it away. But wind is starting to also pick up here, and the players must have read or watched the same forecast because they were not expecting rain either today.
No.
So it's kind of put a little bit of a wrinkle in their plans as well.
Lakeem Good from the 35, and he gets hit after picking up 6 on the play, and the stick made by, I believe, was it number 33,
Correct.
Steve Rodriguez.
Yes.
So nice special teams play by Rodriguez.
We had a couple good ones against our last game here. I thought that he was very, very good overall.
Yeah.
Special teams wise.
Hey, extremely important special teams. You know, as a Packers fan, you want to see that special teams
that needs to be fixed.
Improve. And
I was a little surprised they let go of Justin Vogel, though, after they drafted Scott from Alabama. But obviously they believe in him, so we'll see what happens there.
1st and 10, Med
As long
City.
as he's not B.J. Sander, that's all I care about. The worst draft pick in the history of the Green Bay Packers.
From the 41. Spread offense for the Freeze. Sharpen handoff. Up the middle, not going to get much. Get you a number on the ball carrier here as soon as I can see him, as he's under a pile right there.
That's Pruitt.
Pruitt.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Rick. It looked like Pruitt actually had somewhere to run, but just the reaction time from the Rough Riders defense, they just closed the gap so fast that you can't make a decision as a running back. You have nowhere to go. Credit to that front 7.
Yeah, nowhere to go for Pruitt. He has been denied here in this first half as we're rolling along here in the second quarter. We love the Bacalar's meats. Yes, we do. Yeah, Stan is he is not telling lies up here. He is 100% correct.
That could be your next 80s song, Stan.
Yes, they do.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies, Stan.
2nd and 10 here for Med City. And Bortle jumps across, but I think the left tackle moved a bit.
Yeah, Collins, he did.
That's Forrest Kroll, number 20, look like. So that moves him back. We agree on the fact that they moved before
Absolutely.
Bortle came in.
Yeah, that you definitely moved that left hand and brought the shoulder up.
So still 2nd down. 12:47 and counting here in the second quarter. 7-0 Rough Riders. Med City with the football. Haven't had much going on offense. We've just had 1 first down for the Freeze.
Yeah, man coverage here.
Sharpen steps up in the pocket, and he'll be hit from behind and sacked. He gets almost back to the line of scrimmage, but Bortle in on the play, and boy, he's a monster in the middle.
Bortles had a heck of a year. I mean, in the move just to come around the backside and to get Sharpen coming out of the pocket, that was just tremendous instinct right there to make that play.
Courtney Farrell was in there as well.
Yeah, forcing it back to him.
He's off to a good start in this game, getting quite a bit of playing time. A little slap of the hands there. James Washington and Farrell, as they're the disruptors in the middle of that defensive line.
Slap hands. Waterboy reference. I like that, Rick. Yep. That was good.
3rd down and 16 to go here.
Oh, gosh. Powerbomb compliments of Captain Insano.
Scotty's doing voices.
Yeah.
Nobody lost a mouthpiece here. Sharpen throws it down the left sideline. Nice pass. Incomplete. The catch was made by Benson. Alex Benson had that ball thrown perfectly to him, and he hung on to it. It's a first down for Med City.
Yeah, that was a great throw by Jake Sharp in that time. Double coverage even on that play and just kind of let that drop.
A 25-yard pickup, roughly, and into Rough Rider territory now. 1st and 10 from the Rough Rider 33-yard line. Best throw of the day for Sharpen.
They haven't had a lot of opportunities to make the big play, and that one was very nicely done.
We'll see if the Rough Riders can buckle down here defensively. And it looks like Pruitt's back in the backfield. Loaded up, trips right. Benson to the left as a receiver. Might have been a change and an audible called here by Sharpen. Rough Riders showing blitz. They try to overload the middle. Soft touch left sideline. Nice job with the feet, and Benson makes his second catch in a row.
Yeah, didn't call that push-off, though. That was a little obvious. But nonetheless, good concentration that time by Benson.
Down to the 19, and you're right. Officials didn't see it, but nonetheless, it's going to be a first down. And a nice job with the feet by Benson to make the play work and to not get called for the push-off.
He completely channeled his inner Michael Irvin. The push-off, the feet, and the catch and the concentration.
I'd say he'd appreciate that comparison right there.
Yeah, hey, Hall of Famer. Not the best analyst, though. Just very loud. It's like watching Stephen A. Smith doing a football broadcast.
That's not his place to be, I don't think.
No.
Sharpen in the pocket, and it breaks down. He's sacked. Rough Riders with another sack. And we've said his name a few times today. Alex Tompkins, 1 of 2, and he'll celebrate and head back to the sidelines, I do believe.
Yeah,
no, he's going to get the play, and he'll come back on the field after the sack.
Lots of talking here between Med City and the Rough Riders offensive and defensive line. A lot of chatter.
So 2nd down and 17 here for Med City after the sack by Tompkins. That pressure has been all over today for Gang Purple. See if he looks for Benson again to his left. That's where he's been looking most of the time. He sees the coverage, and now he'll roll right. Nice zip on that pass, but gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
Soto with the catch that time on the rollout, and good decision. You called it, Rick. He looked right at Benson, but good coverage out there by the Rough Riders at number 21, J-Rock Staley.
J-Rock played J-Rock solid in the first couple games. We didn't get to see the Warriors game, but I'm guessing he was involved there as well. So 3rd down and 10 yards to go for Med City. Red zone situation. 7:45 left. Loaded up to the left this time with Benson to the right, trying to change things up. I don't think that's going to fool the Rough Riders.
No.
Man coverage on Benson. Throw to the corner of the end zone.
Out of bounds.
He completed the pass, but out of bounds. Catch was made, falling down by Dontrell Johnson, 5'9", 160, in his first year.
Yeah, good play design, though. Try to make that safety come over and bite. And they did on that fake and then into the corner route. It's a mismatch right there if you can, get it just right and run that route at the right angle.
Med City playing without one of their talented wide receivers, Phil Jansen. He's not in the lineup, and Dontrell Johnson taking his spot as a starter at wide receiver. And with a 4th down situation here, a lot of chatter, and it looks like they're going to try for the field goal. Johnny Christensen from the 25. What do we got here? 32-yarder?
Yeah.
Oh,
fake it.
Yeah, they're faking. And that's not going to work, though. He tries throwing it as he's knocked
he's
down.
in the grass too.
And that's going to be Rough Rider football. A turnover on downs. That didn't work well for Alex Benson.
No, not at all. And, you know, the way that you saw Christensen kick in the warm-ups, I'd give him a shot at that one for 32 yards just to get some points on the board.
Did it look like Benson, though, kind of dropped the ball on the snap?
A little bit.
And then decided he wasn't going to try to place it up?
Well, and that's the thing. Nobody looked like anybody was out here reacting to the fact that that happened until after the fact, so that could be accurate.
7:28 remains here. Rough Riders holding on to a 7-0 lead. They get the football and have a little ways to go. That was the closest Med City had made it.
Yes.
And got it into the red zone, but couldn't capitalize. And now Rough Riders football from the 27.
Got a mismatch right here.
Ryan Hoskins is out there as a receiver, and Orminski got hit hard.
Yeah, he got popped pretty good. That play went nowhere. That time Woods, nobody covered him right away. I kind of wondered if they were going to throw the ball and take advantage of that.
Yeah, the Rough Riders struggled with a running game last week, and it's pretty much the same deal here again. Had 37 yards on 12 carries. Good protection. And pass complete, but just a couple of yards completed to C.J. Woods, I believe.
Yep. Yeah, try to drag her out over the middle.
I'm going to give him 4 yards on the reception, so it'll be 3rd down and 6 for the Rough Riders. Wood's going to be a slot receiver this time. And Ryan Hoskins split right. We got flags, a false start. So now you got a 3rd and 11.
Yeah, I don't know if Hoffman was trying the hard count there to draw him. And he drawed his own guys off. There's a lot of chatter coming from up above us that didn't feel it was a false start.
Well, I will say there haven't been near as many flags as the first couple of games. That's one thing we can definitely all agree on. Lisa, you're chuckling down there. What are you hearing?
Well, I just wanted to mention that I noticed C.J. Woods is limping quite a bit on the sideline, so I'm wondering if that's hampering some of his performance today. You can tell he's not 100%. And the comments I'm getting too from the sideline is that this Med City Freeze team is tough. They're very physical and very fast.
Here's a throw into a crowd and almost intercepted, a collision at the 42-yard line. And now we got C.J. Woods down, rolling on his back. He's going to get assistance from his opponent and pull up. That's good sportsmanship. Simon Hayes helping him get up. But now it's going to set up another punt situation as the offenses have been stymied today.
Yeah, you know, Hoffman that time, you know, he had Ditto down the field. He just didn't put enough air underneath it and didn't really get a good step underneath the ball to really load that cannon and let it fly. And that's the one thing when you got guys in the middle of the field, and Lisa, I know you can attest to this, but them safeties are hawks. They can see that coming a mile away. You got to get that ball out.
Here's the boot. And takes a Rough Rider bounce, hits a player on the backside, but the Rough Riders could not pick it up the first initial contact.
I think they got it.
And now they're saying they have it. It was a scramble for the football. Nobody could field it cleanly. And what do you got, Scotty?
It went off of Simon Hayes' backside there, and I believe this is going to be recovered by the Rough Riders at the end. We'll see. Yep, it sure is.
They got it. The River City Rough Riders, fortunate as it bounced off the back end of a Med City player, and they were not able to pick it up the first time, but I think there was a lot more purple in the area after the Freeze were unable to recover that football.
Yeah, Hayes engaged in a block, and then now the coaching staff for Med Freeze has got to be careful here. They don't get a 15-yard penalty.
They're not happy about the decision there.
Yeah, but it was the right decision. It went off his backside. That ball is a live ball at that point. I mean,
Lakeem Good is saying that they have the football. He's still arguing with the officials. And it's Rough Rider football, says the official.
Yeah, it was a pretty clear as day play from my perspective.
Right. Yeah, they're disputing that it was tipped at the line of scrimmage on the kick. That's what Zach's telling us over here. But definitely, I don't know. I thought maybe the sideline couldn't see it bounce off his backside.
Yeah.
Because they didn't see the backside end. We saw that. from where we're standing. Hoffman rolling. Got a flag. There'll probably be some holding here on the Rough Riders. Pass is complete as he connects with Aaron Soley for the first time today, playing out of the tight end position. But I got to believe some holding here on the Rough Riders.
Yeah, it'll be holding on the Rough Riders, and now the Rough Riders are trying to work that middle of the field a little bit more with the passing game, which is what we've seen so far. These linebackers from Med City are active. They're leaving that middle of the field open, and I think they're finally seeing that and reacting to it offensively.
So 10 yards on the holding. 5:39 remains here in the first half. Coming up at halftime, Lisa Kay on the sidelines will get the coach. Dave Brown, we'll see who else.
A good sideline reporter's here today for CRSN. Glad she's back.
You did all right filling in. I know the whole going up and down the stairs thing probably wasn't.
Yeah, I don't mind going.
Wasn't
up and
all
down
that
the stairs.
pleasurable. I don't like going up and down these stairs here at this media box.
I hear you.
Especially with the equipment. It's not exactly.
You did a great job, Scotty.
I thought you did fine, Scotty.
Still have nightmares about that drone, though.
Yeah, the drone. You were having fun with the drone. Here's Hoffman. He's got his receiver, Soley, and he's getting through quite a few tackles. Dives across the 45 to the 44-yard line, getting a lot back. He gets about 12.
And that was a great play right there by Soley, getting a couple extra yards and putting his head down to get a couple extra at the end. Showing some toughness right there is number 3.
You know, his first game at tight end, he is showing the toughness.
Absolutely.
Normally as a receiver. Drew Johnson out with an injury. And I believe they're going to say the Rough Riders moved before Med City came across. Forrest Kroll was across the line of scrimmage. And the argument continues. Boy, I tell you, Med City certainly likes to plead their case with the officials, do they not?
They're going to say offsides.
So it's not going against the Rough Riders.
Yeah, Forrest Kroll was the one that jumped off sides.
I'll be honest, I thought I saw a little movement on the River City side of the ball. But
me too.
Hey, we'll take it. Pick up 5 on the offsides penalty.
The Detroit Lions have been saying that for years. We'll take that one. keep giving it that. Yeah, we'll take it.
Yeah. 2nd and 5 here is Hoffman. We'll give it to Warminski, trying to bounce outside,
nice
now
move.
cutting back inside, and now he'll try to drag forward. He only gets a couple of yards, but it could have been a loss in the backfield.
Yeah, he slipped a little bit. You could see on his initial cut, but regained his balance and put his head down for a couple of yards. Yeah, the only thing Detroit's winning in the near future is the world's unsafest city award for the consecutive 25th year.
Unfortunately, Chicago has not done so well in that department as of late.
That's true.
Yeah, and D.C. is not exactly the safest place either.
Now here's a full start by the Rough Riders.
So, you know, we were speaking about there not being many flags.
I was just going to say that. I think we jinxed
looky
it.
Here. We've got numerous. There's been one pretty much on the last 4 plays.
It's because somebody knocked on composite wood. They didn't knock on the real wood.
That's right.
And that's what's happening now.
Yeah. So it'll be 3rd down and 9 yards to go here for River City as the game's gotten a bit sloppy here late in the second quarter. Clock at 4:14 and counting. 7-0. River City Rough Riders lead here. Northern Elite Football League action on the Coulee Region Sports Network. Look for Zach Kleinfeld here to the right. He is looking for him. He throws it downfield. That's going to be overthrown. I don't know why Kleinfeld cut towards the middle. I don't believe that was the route, if I'm guessing what was going on upstairs with Coach Paul.
According to upstairs, that's not the right route, but they got a personal foul, roughing the passer. Yep.
So the Rough Riders are going to get a call as the Med City Freeze get a roughing the passer penalty. So we've had flags on what, the last 6 plays?
Yeah, I would say that's accurate.
Yeah. It's strange how the game just all of a sudden turned into Penaltyville.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they have a lot of words back and forth on the field with each other.
Absolutely.
So Rough Riders sitting pretty now.
It's a big opportunity here for them.
Got it at the 29-yard line. 1st and 10. Craig Warminski to Hoffman's right. He'll overthrow. Again, got another flag. It might be interference call. Holding, defensive holding.
A lot of contact downfield for Med
So
City.
let's say that's the 8th flag in a row. dispute continues down on the field. Holding.
Yep, defensive holding. It's
really the only thing it could be from where it was thrown, right?
Well, not only that, I mean, it just looked like there was just contact and jersey grabbing everywhere on all those routes by the Rough Riders. None of them could break loose, and right there that tells you there's a lot of hand jabbing going on.
Automatic first down. Ball now at the 23-yard line of Med City with 3:46 to play. This is Philip Ditto time. Hoffman, good protection, and overthrows the receiver. Boy, he's not having his kind of night. Tyrell Beasley, the intended receiver, incomplete.
Yeah, Hoffman not as accurate as he's been the last 3 games here of the season, and right there, he probably would have had a decent game there if that pass is completed.
You know, sometimes you can blame it on wet football, but here I just doesn't seem like. I will say this: that Med City pass rush has been pretty decent.
I would agree with that. Yes.
He hasn't had tremendous time to throw.
That time, though, he had a good pocket and he had a wide open guy. So I don't know. Like you said, that can get into the quarterback's head, though, thinking something's coming that's not.
Look at big number 59. He's a wrecking ball in the middle.
Yep.
And Ted Ohm.
What did he have? How many sacks last
30
year?
30 sacks in 9-man football last year.
That's insane.
This time, he has a little bit more time to throw. That's going to be tipped again, intended for C.J. Woods, and that touched about 2 or 3 different players. We've seen a bunch like that here.
Yeah, great coverage by Lakeem Good right there, and that was one-on-one with a safety. And like Lisa said, I don't think Woods is 100%. Doesn't have that burst off the line.
No, he mentioned to me that his hamstring was pretty sore, and so it is holding him back a little bit.
3:37 to play. 3rd down, 10 yards to go. And it's been a tough day so far for Carl Hoffman. Hoffman being chased, slings it out right through the hands of Aaron Soley. Wasn't really going to be much for him to pick up after the catch, even if he did hang on to that football.
Right. Good coverage again by Med City. He did have Ditto down the field, but again, that pass rush forced him to roll out and kind of not see that Ditto was wide open in that backside of the end zone.
Like E.J. LeMay was there in coverage. And 3:32 remains here in the first half. We'll take a quick break while they take their timeout here on the Coulee Region Sports Network.
Football fans know some things just go together. Quarterbacks and receivers, face paint and super fans, game days and tailgates. State Farm agent Kurt Paff knows another winning combination: home and auto. Kurt and his team are here to help life go right when you combine your home and auto insurance, which saves you time and money. So get your home and auto on the same team and score some savings. Call State Farm agent Kurt Paff at 783-1130 today.
This is River City Rough Riders Northern Elite Football on the Coulee Region Sports Network.
Rick, Scotty, and Lisa back with you. Logan High School across Wisconsin. Swanson Field, the name of this facility. 3:32 to play in the first half after a timeout. We'll see what the Rough Riders can do at this 4th and 10 situation.
Yeah, all these flags, Rick, have really knocked this clock down probably about 20 seconds maybe in the last couple plays.
Oh, great protection this time to the end zone. Drops it right into the hands of Philip Ditto. Touchdown, Rough Riders.
Beautiful throw by Hoffman. Ditto beat the coverage, and another dime to Ditto, brought to you by number 16.
And 23-yard touchdown pass, second of the game, Hoffman to Ditto.
Beautiful pass. Good route by Ditto that time, and right behind the zone coverage. Looks like they were running a cover 3, no safety help on the back end.
Dropped it right into the hands, and you've seen it so many times. And he had the protection he needed that time.
Protection is everything. Any quarterback will tell you that.
Again, handling the kicking duties is Drew Johnson. in tonight's game, and that's between the uprights and good. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, just ask David Carr about protection. He'd probably still be playing today if he didn't get slammed. What record was it? 95 sacks in like 4 years or something like that?
Number one pick as far as a quarterback, but no offensive line to play, and he was thrown into the fire right off the bat.
And then when he played, like even in his future years, he just looked so skittish whenever he got out there, like he was afraid he was going to get hit. His brother sure doesn't have that issue because Oakland's got a pretty good offensive line.
Rough Riders sponsors like to thank Subway of La Crosse, also Newey's Vogue. Our thanks for being a Rough Riders sponsor. And, of course, Trendsetters LLC, another one of those great Rough Riders sponsors for the 2018 season. 3:26 to play here, second quarter. And the Rough Riders have a 14-0 lead. Not much going for the Med City offense. Their best opportunity was their last series as they were in the red zone.
Yeah, they started to gain some confidence, Rick, but again, that Rough Rider defense just shutting it down, and they've got the opportunity to get the ball back for one more series here if they play their cards right and have another opportunity for one more score.
And Bortle handling the kicking duties on kickoffs. That's the deepest one he's had today from the 12-yard line. Showing good speed is good. To the right sideline, he tries to get past Bortle, strips a tackle, and a great return by Good into Rough Rider territory down at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, Lakeem Good has really flashed on a lot of plays today, especially defensively, but that time right there, showing some very good speed and awareness and some quicks. Got to like that.
They caught Bortle flat-footed, and he wasn't able to bring him down, and got a few more extra yards after the play.
And probably the best field position they've had starting in this game thus far. So let's see if they can maybe take advantage of it. But again, the Rough Rider defense has been fantastic all year.
3:17 to play here, and the Rough Riders defense trying to keep that goose egg up there. And Coach Grapp and this Freeze offense have other ideas. Looks like Alder Davis gets set up on the line. Thought he might be coming in as a fullback there, but running game has not been successful for this Med City team, and I think they kind of thrive on that part. And a timeout. Yep. He doesn't like the defense. So Jake Sharpen is going to sharpen his pencils on the sidelines and come up with another play here. I don't think he liked at all what he saw from Gang Purple.
Vontrez Phelps kind of sneaking in a couple times off of that star spot. Famously made famous by a couple corners, namely Charles Woodson being one of them for the Green Bay Packers. Coming up, kind of that float guy. Don't know if he's going to blitz. Don't know if he's going to be in coverage. He's just kind of there. Phelps was doing that time for sure.
See a lot of discussions on the Rough Riders sidelines. See Coach Harrison down there chatting with the offensive line. Right beneath us, he's got the hat, and there's Jeff Ross getting right on it right away as he's showing the discussion. All right, back to
nice
action.
Hat. I like his hat. Coach, that's a nice hat right
there. I agree. Yeah. You could wear that fishing. You could wear it golfing. You could wear it on the sideline.
Heck yeah.
Wear it anywhere.
That's right.
And looks like a 5-yard pickup knocked out of bounds.
And they're saying it's holding. Yep.
So the Freeze get the holding penalty, and so instead of it being a 5-yard gain, it'll be 1st and 20.
Yeah, I think the Minnesota moving crew was hugging James Washington a little too much here.
Personal foul.
Wow, okay. Chop block.
Chop block was what the official said, so.
I'm glad I'm educating you guys over here.
15 yards. Yeah. Yeah.
I meant the hand motions.
Scotty Grant doing battle with the public address announcer and Zach over there.
It's all in good fun.
Stan and Zach are giving you a hard time, bud.
I'm watching a game right now. What'd you say?
First and 25 for Med City. Sharpen. He's got a gang after him, and he throws it short. Yep. Incomplete.
I just love the pursuit of the Rough Riders defensive line. Even though there's a screen, they don't give up. They just go right after that quarterback, make it difficult for him to set his feet and set that play. Good job by that defense.
We get a 2nd and 25. Lisa's going to be getting set to do interviews here coming up in a little bit. Must have, there you go.
I got a few things that they're talking about right now, trying to fix the clock because the clock was running on that last penalty where they were marking it off, and so they might be adjusting the time left in this quarter.
2:37 shows on the clock right now as Med City gets back to the line of scrimmage. And a 2nd and 25 after a personal foul penalty on offense. Sharpen has some time. Goes deep, intercepted. Rough Riders with the interception and not going to have anywhere to go with it after the pickoff. It'll be an interception there by number 27, who's not Michael Ballwig. I'm certain of that. So I'm not sure who's wearing Ballwig's jersey today.
Yeah, great play, though. Good reaction. And the thing that I like to see is that he tried to see if somebody was there to lateral that ball to advance it. Good decision not to. Med City was around that ball immediately.
And we'd love to give credit to whoever's wearing 27 out there, but didn't get that update on the roster. Stan, you got anything on 27? Normally it's Michael Ballwig.
Jamar Boone.
Okay. Yeah, we have him as number 9. On the what I was told was the official roster. So nice pickoff by Jamar Boone. Rough Rider football, short pass, pickup of 2. Aaron Soley, the target. Coach Paul is vocal today.
Yes, very vocal.
Can you hear him?
Very vocal.
And I think they're going to take it down to the 2-minute. Indeed, they will. Rough Riders with a 14-0 lead. 2nd down and 8 when we resume here from Swanson Field, Logan High School in La Crosse, Wisconsin, here on the Coulee Region Sports Network.
Ever dreamed about doing what these guys are doing right now on CRSN? Ever think about having a career in sports broadcasting? There are great jobs right now for play-by-play announcers, sportscasters, and sports directors at great radio stations all over the U.S. and other jobs like air personalities, producers, voiceover people, and more. At Radio 1 Broadcast School, you get trained and ready for your new radio job. Hit up our website, radio1school.com. That's radio1school.com. This is River City Rough Riders Northern Elite Football on the Coulee Region Sports Network.
Rick, Scotty, and Lisa back with you from Swanson Field, Logan High School, across Wisconsin. Rough Riders up 14-0 and have the football, 2nd and 8 from what looks to be about the 33-yard line, their own 33. And our thanks to Jeff Ross with us on camera. Hope you're all settled in nice with a libation of your choice, whether it's an adult-style one or something else while you're watching the game.
Yeah.
I would probably have an adult-style libation. That throw's not going to be complete. Looking for Soley down the seam up the middle like you've been calling for, but a little overthrown.
Yeah, that time a little overthrown, but at the same time, again, we've called his number out, but Lakeem Good, again, back there in that safety spot. He's been
He's a talent.
He is. He's got good awareness, and he picked that up immediately and saw Soley coming over the middle and made that difficult.
So 3rd down. And a long 7, we'll call it.
And he's got some pretty killer green shoes, too. I like those. Those are nice.
There is not much neon going on here today.
No.
We've seen that
a lot.
I like
the neon. I think it's cool.
It looks like Hoffman alone in the backfield till he calls Jay Peoples over. And he'll give it to Peoples, who spins off a tackle, but he'll only pick up a couple yards as he's slammed down past the 35 at the 36. We'll see where they spot that football. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, a lot of mutual respect, I think, so far between this offensive and defensive line on both squads. A lot of these teams actually shaking each other's hands after plays. And they talked about, Lisa brought it up, that this team feels that, or the Rough Riders feel that Med City has got a lot of toughness. Well, they're giving them their respect.
Change of personnel here. Must be getting set for
punt.
A punt is indeed what it looks like.
I don't know. I mean, like to see one more score before the half, that's for sure. But again, Med City's defense, even though they've given up 14 points, have been pretty good.
Bryce Lease set up for the punt. And they're going to just get that off. And it is a squibber and a half picked up at the 33. Look out, here's Good making his moves to the near sideline. Shifty feet, eventually taken out of bounds, shy of the 50. Tackle made by Ryan Hoskins.
Yeah, again, another show of respect. I mean, I tell you what, both of these teams, I feel, have played pretty well defensively, and they're giving each other a lot of credit. You know, we talked about this might be a pretty good football game. Yeah, it's 14-0 Rough Riders. Turnovers have caused that for Med City, but overall, I mean, this has been a very well-played game.
I don't think there has been domination by either side.
Absolutely
Rough Riders
not.
have capitalized on the turnovers, and they've hit Philip Ditto twice. But this has not been a strong game by Carl Hoffman, even with the 2 touchdown passes. The completion ratio, which we talked about, is 61% coming in, not even close to that today.
No.
So let's see what Med City can do with the football this time. Rough Riders showing blitz, then back off. Long snap count. Sharpen completes, gets Benson. Benson still on his feet, going to pick up a first down, a second spin move out across the 40 into Rough Rider territory at the 39-yard line. And they'll do the hurry-up offense with 38 seconds. Hurry up in effect. Sharpen connects with Benson. That's been his best target today. I think he's got 4 catches on the night. And again, Sharpen in the pocket. Fires right. Soto the catch right near the first down marker as he's knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, J-Rock Staley right there with the hit out of bounds. Stops the clock. That's the one thing, that they don't have to get right back up to the line here and snap this thing.
Good play call. And I'll be honest with you,
Agreed.
It's the best I've seen Sharpen look in this hurry-up offense.
Yeah, and, you know, that play before where they kind of ran that counter slant play to open right up the middle was a very good play design as well.
22 ticks left. Second down and very short here. And as far as timeouts go, I'm not sure what they have left. Spread offense, of course. Rain coming down lightly. Lisa's got the umbrella popped up. Sharpen handoff up the middle. They'll get the first down, stripping a tackle, and keeping moving deeper into territory on the carry. Number 27, who is Dustin Hink. That's his first carry of the game. Stocky 5'7", 205 from Pine Island.
That's the one thing about all their running backs is they're stocky, low to the ground, hard to bring down, and there's a penalty here.
Yeah, flag thrown down at the 36-yard line, so that's coming back with 15.9
another
seconds
decent
left.
run and another holding call on Med City.
So the weather has not been very good to the River City Rough Riders, as it's not pleasant to sit in a cold rain. So the next best thing for you is to watch it on Coulee Region Sports Network YouTube channel,
I would
right?
agree.
That's the next best thing. Or get undercover and watch.
Yes. With that adult libation you talked about, I'd be all right with that.
Heck yeah. I see that the grill is in full effect over there in concessions. That could only mean one thing. Bacalar's meats being flamed up on the grill.
And Stan calling them over to bring them to him.
We'll see if we can get lucky again with that.
So that all these holding calls on Med City, you wouldn't think Alcacé is showing everybody how to do the camel clutch, would you?
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's all possible.
Son of the Iron Sheik. That's pretty cool.
We don't know. Maybe the Iron Sheik is even watching right now.
He might be. I a lot of respect. The Iron Sheik is a very controversial figure in pro wrestling because he's not afraid to say what he thinks. And I think a lot of people respect that from him. But there's some that don't because they get offended from what he says, and particularly Hulk Hogan. He doesn't like Hulk Hogan. He makes that very well known. He doesn't like Hulk Hogan. Oh man, there's a lot of bad blood there between those two.
Marcel Cassie is wearing number 78. Big offensive lineman at 6'5", 275 pounds from Minnetonka, Minnesota. His third year in semi-pro ball. 2nd and 10. Got Stan doing wrestling impersonations over here before the play. 15 seconds left. Sharpen has to roll out. He'll draw pressure. Intercepted. And I believe it's the second one of the game for Alex Tompkins. And it'll be Rough Rider football with 7 seconds left.
Let's see if they try to air it out and get something for the end of the half here.
This isn't over yet. You could put some more points on the board. You know that the arm is definitely there, and it's Lisa's mic breaking up. We'll have her coming up at halftime with Coach Dave Brown get his take on the first half and other pleasantries. Pleasantries? Yeah, that's how you say it. Well, let's see if they just sit on this football or try to stretch one out.
I'd give it a shot. Yeah, it's 7.7 seconds left. I mean, what's it hurt?
Right now they're stacked, so it looks like it might just be a kneel-down situation, but
some pretty tall wide receivers on that roster.
I think they're just going to kneel it down here. And that indeed is the case. Yep. It's going to do it for our first half. Rough Riders 14, Med City Freeze nothing. And Lisa's going to have the coach here momentarily. And we will, of course, have that for you. So I get to update our scoreboard here at the half.
Yeah, pretty good half by both teams, even though 14-0 defensively. Both of these teams have really showed some toughness and physicality. Also, their ability to really read and react has been impressive.
So down with the coach is Lisa Kay with Coach Dave Brown. Take it away, Lisa.
Not Coach Dave Brown. He's going to take care of some business, but we've got some other stuff going on. Tell me about the first half. Neither team's really being successful on the run. How do you make adjustments for that in the second half?
I think we just got to do a better job blocking and getting off our blocks. It was a sloppy first half, but I think it'll be a lot better in the second half.
Well, clearly, Hoffman not on his game as he usually is, something we're used to. Do you think that the weather is a factor on that, or is it just maybe the offensive line is not giving him enough pressure due to the defense from Med City?
I think it's a combination of both. We got a couple new guys in the lineup today, so that's kind of playing a factor. Plus, it's a wet ball. That's never a good thing.
Yeah, the weather forecast did not call for rain, so this is kind of a surprise for everybody. Do you think the rain and the wet field changes any plans for the second half?
Yeah, I think it will. I think we'll come out a little more aggressive at trying to run the ball, but defensively we won't change a thing. We'll keep being aggressive.
You've got to respect the Med City Freeze coming out. They are a tough team, and they're very physical. And I don't know, I've talked to a couple of players. They definitely seem to be a little surprised at the amount of physicality that team was bringing.
Yeah, that's correct. I think we were surprised. We never seen this team. They used to be a 9-man team, but now I think we'll come out second half prepared. They'll be ready.
All right, thank you so much. We'll see you at the end of the game.
Thank you.
All right, Lisa with, I believe that was Andre Spencer, the defensive coordinator. Of course, I wasn't sure who you were going to get, and my introduction was for the coach.
It was Spence, yeah. Sorry. It was supposed to be Coach Dave. However, he nodded at me as he was running down. He had to take care of some things, so he threw Spence at me, and I did find out that the tight end Drew Johnson is the one in crutches over here. Rolled his ankle last weekend, or at the last game.
So who's wearing 14 then tonight? That's another player that we don't have.
I'll
on our
work
roster.
on that one. I didn't get that one.
Yeah, because I thought it was Drew that was kicking. So that's. So what do you have for 14, Stan? Nope, he's not, because he's the one that intercepted. He's 27. Oh, I love the roster updates. All right, let's take a commercial break here.
See what I can find out.
Yeah, thank you, Lisa. It's 14-0 River City
Rough
Riders.
Like the waiver wire on the Lacrosse Tribune.
First
figure it out.
First half. We'll be back with more here at halftime. Oops. From Swanson Field, Logan High School in La Crosse on the Coulee Region Sports Network.
Scott Cordopassi of Denture Smart Denture Service.
Hey, it's Scott here, the Tooth Tech again. And I get it. There's a wedding next weekend or your niece's graduation party's around the corner and you don't like your smile. Well, that's where I can help. Call Bobby at 519-3946. 6. We're here to help. Dr. Johnston can get you right in, and we can get you right out with your new smile. Imagine Uncle Frank's reaction when he sees your bright new pearlies. Won't he be jealous? And savings? You can't beat Denture Smart. There's no lab bill because the lab is in Denture Smart. We pass the savings on to you. Remember, I may not be the tooth fairy, but I'm the next best thing.
Denture Smart Denture Service, 605 2nd Avenue South in Onalaska. Stop in today for a better smile or call for an appointment at 608-519-3946. The River City Rough Riders would like to welcome the Dugout 47 as a 2018 season sponsor and partner during the Rough Riders NFL Play 60 USA Football. If you're looking for great food and great fun, visit Rick Fuller and his crew at the Dugout 47, located at 1305 Bainbridge Street on French Island. Please join the River City Rough Riders during their 2018 partnership with NFL Play 60 USA Football. If you didn't get a chance to make today's early registration date, go to the River City Rough Riders website, rcroughriders.info. The first 50 kids to sign up will have a chance to enjoy this 5-day camp at no cost. This is River City Rough Riders Northern Elite Football on the Coulee Region Sports Network.
Rick and Scotty, Lisa down on the field in pursuit of a couple more jersey numbers to identify. I think she's down on the field right now. I don't know who you have, Lisa, but if you you almost had an interview.
I know.
What happened? You had J-Rock Staley there, but
he's gonna meet with me after the game.
Okay.
And then Ballweg is wearing 14.
He is wearing 14.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Why did he change his number from 27?
I did not ask him that.
All righty.
Because he didn't tell me.
Because he's the kicker, and all of a sudden he's not wearing 27, and suddenly Jamar Boone is 27.
They just try to keep it interesting.
And no longer 9. It's as if they do it just to do it to us.
Right. Why not? It's just so much fun. So much fun.
It is. I think they like to watch the game back and see me have to struggle through their jersey changes. I'm going to blame that one on Dan. I think that's all Dan right there.
It's very difficult down here without a roster as well.
Even if you had one, it wouldn't be right.
I'm doing the best I can. I'm going to start calling him number 11.
Number 41. You're a witness. I took a picture of today's rosters and sent them to your phone.
It's like we had 24, for the Vipers a couple weeks ago, and I want to just call him Jack Bauer constantly when he had the ball.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. I like that.
Yeah.
These are great uniforms, and I'm very appreciative, and I'm sure you are too, that the numbers are very readable.
Best season so far as the jerseys with the numbers.
And
they're
Med
easy
City
to
Freeze,
read.
Yep, great numbers. However, no last names. See, I like it when the jerseys have the last names on there.
So many times in I call junior hockey, so a lot of them don't have names until halfway through the season they put the names on. So I'm used to just getting to know the numbers, and we know most of them, but they change every week. One guy's wearing a different number the next week. That's the hard part, and then nobody tells me.
Yeah, I feel the same.
Yeah. Is it raining again?
It is.
It's been raining since just about a minute left in the half. So I know that the umbrella isn't great, and I know that it gives a little bit of background noise, but I sure not trying to get wet down here with electronic gear.
Yeah, coming down a little hard on some of the equipment here. So I'm going to probably turn down your mic here, and we got to move the equipment out of the rain here. So it's blowing in just a little bit. It is halftime here at Swanson Field, and we've got about 5 minutes or so till we kick off the second half. Rough Riders with a 14-0 lead. If you're joining us late, it was Carl Hoffman to Philip Ditto for 2 touchdown passes, Scotty. Outside of those touchdown passes, it has not been a very productive game for either team offensively.
No, I just really feel like Med City's done a good job of putting some pressure on Hoffman, and definitely more than what he's seen, to my knowledge, that we've been able to see this season. And again, the combination of this weather and that pass rush is maybe getting into his head a little bit. You don't want to say that because he's not going to say that, but it does make a difference on the psyche of a quarterback and what he's going to do decision-wise.
Yeah, James Washington was on camera. He was enjoying the rain. He's just drinking it up down there. Because it's coming down hard. Thank you, Dan Breeden.
I just want to hear him say, "Show me the money," one time in that pose, and I think I would be pleased.
I did not see one forecast, including Weather Channel, which is weather.com, that said we had more than a 10% chance of a brief shower. And this has been raining off and on pretty much since we started.
And then I always remember we live in Wisconsin, and you just never know. Day to day, you just never know. Heck, you could get 10 inches of snow and they say it's only going to be 4 inches.
We're not getting any more snow, I assure you of
I'm
that.
just saying, that's just an example, but you just never know.
I'm sure Jeff is protecting our camera as well. They're going to be playing in some heavy rain. Good thing Lisa has an umbrella down in the field.
Yeah, no kidding.
And we've still got some time. The Med City Freeze warming up. I'd like to thank a few of our Rough Riders sponsors as we take a look at Custom Fab and Machine. Our thanks to them, as well as Shimmy's in La Crosse, the Dairy Queen Grill and Chill, as well as Orange Julius in La Crosse. Thanks to the Dive Bar. You eat, you drink, you party. It's the Dive Bar. Thanks to Matt's Auto, established in 2006. And the newest sponsor, as part of the Play 60, the Dugout 47. Our thanks to them. Of course, our contest today, the River City Rough Riders and the Med City Freeze in their first ever game in the Northern Elite Football League is an 11-man team and not a 9-man team. So we'll have the second half of action coming up here momentarily as you see both teams stretching and getting ready for second half. Rain coming down real hard right now here in La Crosse. So what do you think, Scotty? Anything that Med City can do offensively against this Rough Rider defense has just been outstanding.
If they can get their running game going a little bit. But again, both teams have been stout in the middle and the front seven. But, you know, the one thing that it really stands out to me, it's just the timing right now with Sharpen and his receivers. But, again, Rough Rider defense, even in the secondary, has been pretty solid. It's just the timing. I think they just got to get some timing and some rhythm and some confidence going. That's really going to help them right now.
I thought in terms of Med City, when they were in the hurry-up offense, Sharpen looked at his best.
Yeah, they even ran the old Joe Montana football glitch play with the with the all of the slants coming around in the different sections. But that was a good play. It opens up the middle of the field and gets rolling. Did you just say no rain in Alaska?
Yeah, Stan said there's no rain. Maybe that's the forecast I was looking at. I should have looked up a La Crosse forecast. Yeah, because it can be different, I suppose. It's just weird that it's tracking. It looks like it's just been put right over this football field.
Yeah, Med City's got nothing to be ashamed of. They've come in here and they played some pretty tough football. I've been impressed with their toughness. Their defense has been very good. Read and react. The secondary's been solid. Man, I can't say enough of how well they've played against the Rough Riders. I mean, the Rough Riders 14 points. Both of them on turnovers, Rick.
We'll have the second half action coming up here in La Crosse, Wisconsin on the Coulee Region Sports Network in just a moment.
Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact institution for details.
We are having such a good hair day. Selfie time!
Oh, that reminds me.
That's not a selfie.
I'm taking a picture of this check I just got. With my institution's mobile deposit app, the money goes straight into my free Kasasa checking account.
So, a check selfie? A selfie?
Oh, no, not a thing.
With state-of-the-art Kasasa checking, you get cash rewards and nationwide ATM withdrawal fee refunds every month you qualify.
Ask for Kasasa by name at Coulee Bank or visit CouleeBank.net. Member FDIC.
Taste the sensations of true Italian food. Smell the sweet smell of Italian stuffed pizza, Italian spaghetti sauce like Mom used to make, and the sweet smell of fresh garlic bread filling the air at Angelini's. Enjoy private dining and a full bar with lounge. Angelini's Pizzeria and Ristorante right across the street from the Omni Center. Angelini's is serving up traditional as well as authentic Angelini's Italian specialties. To make reservations, call 608-783-5566 or come on over after the game, but just don't put your own tables together. Angelini's Pizzeria and Ristorante in Onalaska. You're invited to taste the difference. Football fans know some things just go together. Quarterbacks and receivers, face paint and super fans, game days and tailgates. State Farm agent Kurt Paff knows another winning combination: home and auto. Kurt and his team are here to help life go right when you combine your home and auto insurance, which saves you time and money. So get your home and auto on the same team and score some savings. Call State Farm agent Kurt Paff at 783-1130 today.
This is River City Rough Riders Northern Elite Football on the Coulee Region Sports Network.
Rick and Scotty back from Logan High School here for the second half kickoff. 14-0 Rough Rider lead as we go ahead and start the second half of play into the third quarter, Rick.
And it's really blowing in here now. This rain is stirring up with the wind. Trying to put Lisa's now. It's too wet to put that back in the window there, so we're going to go without Lisa for a little while here.
That's disappointing.
It's coming in hard here, this rain.
I always like it when Lisa's here with us. It makes it more entertaining.
Well, we'll talk to her as soon as we can put the equipment back up. It's wireless stuff. I don't want to have it sit in the middle of a rainstorm.
I know, Rick. I understand.
Good for you. All right, here's the kick.
Jeez.
Down to the 15-yard line. A little struggle there on the return as Romello Jones finally takes it up to the 24-yard line. But as you heard, a flag has been thrown.
That'll be a block in the back on the Rough Riders. Ross Robinson that time, number 37.
So that's not going to put him in good field position here to start this first drive out of the second half.
Let's see if they maybe try and gear up that running attack a little bit more to start. Definitely in this weather, that is whoever gets that advantage, that's a big one, especially down the stretch.
We only have 3 umbrellas left in the stands here, guys. Oh, they've got a few umbrellas on the other side, yeah. So backed up all the way to the 9 is where they start out. 1st and 10. Rough Riders. That's a good job at drawing them offside. So we got a free play here. And Carl Hoffman down the near sideline. Incomplete pass as he looks there for Ryan Hoskins.
Yeah, there's that wet ball factor, Rick. You can tell he didn't get all of that one, that's for sure.
But jumping across, as you heard, for the free play is Med City. So that'll move the Rough Riders a little further up after starting out their own 9. Gets them up to the 14-yard line. Yeah, 1st and 5.
I think you need to look at a little bit more intermediate passing here if you're the Rough Riders. You know, that right there, obviously, if you got a free play, go for it. But you're going to see probably a little bit more of those 5, 10-yard routes maybe in this weather.
Temperatures dropping, too, getting colder in that rain. And nowhere to go as the middle was completely plugged. And a body slam. Jay Peoples on the carry.
Yeah. Ted Ohm on the tackle, and
Peoples getting up a little slow.
Yeah, Ohm was in there immediately and just ate that up.
So the Rough Riders are most likely going to be in a tough situation here as they lose a couple on that last running play. It'll be 2nd down and 7 yards to go. And the weather conditions have been rough on throwing the football today.
Absolutely.
Interceptions, incompletes. But good news, Rough Riders fans, is that Carl Hoffman and Philip Ditto still have that love connection as they were able to connect twice for touchdown strikes.
Ball start, number 51, Kevin Subert.
And he's normally not on the offensive line, so adapting here.
Kind of what, Lisa had in the interview at halftime. You got a couple new guys up there trying to figure out protection packages, snap counts. There's a lot to think about as an offensive lineman.
Let's try you now, Lisa.
I'm here.
I just was letting you know you can talk because I could
I'm here.
Put your equipment back up in the window. Hoffman, quick throw left. Philip Ditto, if he can make a man miss, he can get a first down. He does. Great work after the catch by Philip Ditto.
And those are the things you need to run in this kind of weather. That's a good play call by the Rough Riders. Just let the receivers work. It's going to be harder to bring them down, especially Ditto at his size, in his length, using the stiff arm. That's a great play call.
Yeah, and you can tell that the players were not ready for this rain at all. They're not dressed for it.
None of us are ready for it. It was just a complete miss, a whiff by the weather crews.
Yeah, they're struggling as well. And
I can't wait to see my social media feed later after this game.
Yeah,
what do you want to say? I mean,
wind is picked up.
I don't know anyone that said it was going to be like this tonight.
I hear you, man.
This feels like late October.
Warminski unable to go anywhere there. He does get forward for maybe a couple, but running game has been stymied.
It has. And, we talked about some of the guys that that the Freeze have up front, and they've done a good job today. Very consistent, quick off the ball. They're running stunts too, Rick, and the tackles and the inside, so it's really confusing those guards and centers.
Gets one on the play. It'll be 2nd and 9 now for the Rough Riders. Warminski remains in the backfield. He'll shift to the right side of Hoffman for protection. High snap. Hoffman chucks it down the right sideline, just a little too far as he was going for a gun route out right, and Tyrell Beasley just couldn't catch up to that
Man, I love
pass.
wheel routes. They're one of my favorite plays to call. If you can time it right, you can just call that a touchdown. And Hoffman just lofted that up a little too far right there. That was a good play call because I tell you what, the Freeze, they were not prepared for that kind of play.
Wanted to be sure that he put it at least far enough that it couldn't be picked off.
Yeah, it looks like we got a penalty here. Sideline interference is the call.
I haven't seen that one too often.
No.
During the play, sideline interference.
Never heard of that.
Okay. Well, that's a new one. 2nd and very long now for the Rough Riders. Back at their own 10-yard line after the sideline interference penalty. Complete to Ditto. Ditto making some ground after the catch, gets up to the original first down marker and out of bounds at about the 21-yard line.
Yeah, you'll probably see a lot of Hoffman looking at Ditto right now for those yak plays after the catch with his length. Again, plays a big factor.
12-yard pickup by Ditto on that last catch. He is at least kind of in a position here to get a manageable third down situation.
I do like what I'm seeing out of number 5, Tyrell Beasley, though. Very quick off the line of scrimmage and has been open both times that he's been out there.
Med City sideline pumped up. Hoffman flushed out of the pocket and almost completes the pass, but not able to hook up with Tyrell Beasley. He reached back, tried to pull it around to the front side, but came off his hands.
Yeah, good coverage out there, too. And looked like it was Kevin Kloek, I believe, number 21.
Klochek, yeah. Yep. But it'll be a punt down here for the Rough Riders. And giving Med City the football. And dangerous back on the return is Lakeem Good. We've seen him with some nice return yardage here.
It's a good player right there.
Long legs, very quick, good feet.
Cold hands, as you can see.
Yeah, he's rubbing the gloves together, making sure there's some friction there when that ball comes his way. There's the boot, and it got snapped up and picked up here by Med City. What an excellent job to find that ball after a block punt. And Josh LaPlante, the linebacker there on special teams, able to get the tip ball. And Med City sitting pretty and can be right back in this football game if they can capitalize on it.
This is the prime time for Med City if they're going to get back into this one. You can't ask for anything to go your way better than what that kick did right there.
The breeze kicking up again. It had to have dropped about 10 degrees from game start time. Of course, the sun down for the day. You're not going to see that again, and continues to mist and rain occasionally. Sharpen out of the spread. High snap, handoff up the middle, nowhere to go as it was Tim Nella, who had a nice run earlier in this game, but hasn't carried the ball a lot. It was a loss of 1.
Yeah, what a play by Washington. He wasn't even blocked. I think he just blew up that offensive line, got right in there and made that play.
Our next stoppage, I'm going to have to put the old CRSN overshirt on here. It's starting to get cold. Hopefully Lisa's dressed appropriately
I came
down there.
prepared because last time I was a little chilly when I got home.
When you were down in the field, too, so it's a little bit different out there. You're not, the wind's not blocked, but it's coming in this window.
I'm prepared for no rain.
Yeah, I know. We all did. I think we've said that.
Yeah, it's chilly. But it's football. That's what it's what we do.
2nd and 11. Spring in Wisconsin. Benson to the left. He's been a popular target. He'll throw right and completes the pass. And
Nice
wrecks
hit.
before he gets to the first down
Somebody
marker. Ball
lost their
came
helmet.
loose after the whistle. And the catch, I believe, was that Dustin Hink, that 5'7", 205-pounder from Pine Island. He's contributed here at times. And I think that was Jamar Boone who had his helmet come off. Comes back to the sideline. Third down and about 7 yards to go. Best opportunity of this night for Med City to score.
Absolutely.
Tell me to be quiet. I'm supposed to let people know what's going on. Even if we don't like it. Even if we don't like the situation. Sharpen to throw. Goes to the corner of the end zone. Push off and out of bounds. Incomplete pass.
That was close. But like you said, Rick, it was a push off and couldn't get that foot down.
They're not calling offensive pass interference tonight,
Alex
are they?
Benson.
Because he got away with it earlier and he just did it again.
Absolutely. Yeah, the only time we say shh is when Troy Aikman's talking, okay? When we're talking, it's okay. Joe Buck's not bad.
You Packer fans have some vendetta against
I like Joe Buck.
Joe Buck and Troy Aikman.
I like Joe Buck. He knows his stuff. I think he stays on top of the game. But Aikman, when he talks, just has this arrogance about
Troy
him.
Aikman looks like he has a permanent chew in his bottom lip.
He does.
I will say that.
He does.
Like
Absolutely.
he's never taken a chew out. Like he's packed his bottom lip.
For the NFL draft coverage, he's trying to talk like an expert. He's not even saying anything right. It's like, dude, come on now.
Big play here. Fourth down and 7 yards to go for Med City. Given a golden opportunity, can they capitalize? Sharpen throws over the middle and off the fingertips of the intended receiver, Dontrell Johnson. Good coverage there. Rough Riders DB, Vontrez Phelps, might have gotten his hands on that one as well.
He did. The one thing, though, Sharpen, if he goes back and watches the tape and looks at his progressions, he had Muhammad Thurman wide open over in the corner of the end zone over here. Nobody was around him.
He's had a tough time finding his receivers. He's not going through his cycles because he's not really had much time.
Absolutely, and that's a credit to the Rough Rider defense.
Right. 8:59 to play here, third quarter, 14-0 Rough Riders. Turnover on down, so now they have the football deep in their end again. 1st and 10 from the 8-yard line. If you love offense, this has not been the game for you. If you love defense, this has been a great game for you.
Absolutely.
Both teams' defenses have been magnificent. Hoffman slings it over to Philip Ditto, still trying to make ground with his feet, driven back, never giving up on defense is Josh LaPlante. He's been impressive.
Yeah, all over the field, and you got to give credit where credit's due. LaPlante has had a very good game here today. But again, I do like what the Rough Riders are doing throwing the football. If the run's not going well, run these 5, 10-yard intermediate routes. Get some confidence going. Then go for the big home run if you got it.
5-yard pickup on the reception by Ditto. His forward progress got him there before he was driven back by LaPlante. Running game, no. It's a throw by Hoffman and overthrown way over the head of Philip Ditto.
That time Hoffman rushed that. I mean, Ditto wasn't off of his break, and he had plenty of time. He could have just waited a couple more seconds, and he probably could have had Ditto down the field. But again, it's that timing and the wet ball and, the pressure. He feels like he's just got to get rid of that ball. The patience has to be there sometimes.
Yeah, it's been a bit tougher. Of course, the last time he got out of after the first quarter in a huge lead for the Rough Riders against the Minnesota Vipers.
Yeah,
and
this definitely ain't the Vipers.
Nope. Philip Ditto was in at quarterback, and that was a cakewalk, and Carl Hoffman was relaxing on the sidelines, but this is a bit tougher today. Field conditions, the wet, and the pressure by the freeze, and another throw that's almost intercepted.
Oh,
I believe his feet were out of bounds.
That was pretty close, though.
Close, but no cigar. Chris Wolf was one who stepped up in front of the pass.
Again, though, dangerous throw.
It was a dangerous, not a wise throw. So 4th down again. And the defense for Med City, your coach Tyler Grapp, you got to be happy about where you're at in your first game in 11-man football with the defense you have out there.
Absolutely, but now you need your offense to score some points to help you out.
Yeah, that has not been very productive. And a little change here on the punt protection. Lace puts the ball to the 45. Here comes Good. He's dangerous on the return, splitting tackles, and gets all the way down to the 23-yard line. Nice return by Good. He is a physical, imposing force running the football.
Yeah, Jay Peoples that time just got thrown off Good. It's just a nice stiff arm, perfectly executed, get a couple extra yards in there. Man, I tell you, I've been impressed with Akeem Good here today. Well, let's see if the Rough Rider defense can continue to produce like they've done throughout this game because, man, Med City's had a lot of opportunities, Rick. They got great field position again. They just haven't been able to knock down that wall. That is the Rough Rider defense.
I just added a layer. Thanks for talking, Scotty. I'm ready, and we're going to go get them right now on defense, right?
Man, we've been working together a long time. You can tell right there.
Step right up.
Keep talking, Scotty.
Sharpen looking to pick up a first down as the ball is sitting just inside the 25, the 24. A little Captain Kirk going on there from Stan. And nowhere to really go with the football there. She's breaking up, Captain.
Something's breaking up in here, and it's above our head.
I think we're safe. I think that's Coach Paul.
Oh, man.
Just 1 yard on the latest handoff from Med City. 7:32 and counting left here in the third quarter. There has not been much to talk about in a right way about offense here this third quarter.
It's credit to the defense. Rough Riders defense has been very good today.
It has indeed. We got Dustin Hink in the backfield. And a low snap picked up here. Sharpen throws towards Soto. He just kind of put a hand out to knock it away so it couldn't be intercepted.
Yeah, and good coverage call that time, too, by the Rough Riders. As, again, you want to think about intermediate routes on the other side. Call that famous cover 2 defense. A little bit of an umbrella right there. You've got all 3 corners right in the vicinity of that throw. They're lucky that was incomplete, actually. If someone would have saw that and stepped up, that could have been 6 points.
That's why Soto did what he did. So 3rd down and 9 for Med City. Have not been able to do anything on offense. Coach Spencer's defense has been rock solid.
So you have to say that was a great intelligent play by Riders on the Storm Soto?
I didn't think you'd go that way with it.
There you go, man.
Again, Hink in the backfield. Popular target's been Benson, who's split wide left. And over the middle to Soto. Makes the catch, has his legs taken out. Beautiful play defensively. Rough Riders, Vontrez Phelps.
Man, Phelps has had a heck of a year this year. One-on-one tackles, he doesn't miss. Ball hawk. Made some very, very big plays defensively. That right there, that was big.
9 tackles last week on the road against the defending champion Warriors.
That's a man's tackle right
all
there.
All over the place today defensively for River City. 4th down and 4.5. It looks like the kicker's coming out here.
Or is he?
Johnny Christensen, they pulled a fake or an accidental fake earlier in the game. The holder is Lakeem Good, so watch out. He may just take it and run. Well, they're going to try to boot it. Almost blocked.
Nice kick.
Wobbler that goes between the uprights and Good. 3 points. They're on the board. 14-3 with 6:01 left here in the third quarter.
Yeah, Johnny Christensen right there. We saw it in pregame, Rick. He's got a leg on him, and Lisa alluded to it. He's a pretty talented kicker for this style of football. That right there, what was that, 37, 40-yard field goal maybe?
Nice kick.
I think he could go much farther than that if they needed to. He could probably add another 10 to 15 yards.
Yeah, he's got a good leg on him.
Yes. He was kicking at least 60, punting, but I mean from the 40 here into the end zone.
After an earlier SpongeBob lookalike comment from Lisa Kay. She's now on Team Christensen.
I was on Team Christensen earlier.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
So he got back ready for the kick, and he goes, I am ready.
It's better than looking like Squidward as a kicker.
Yeah,
That's not going to be very good.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. SpongeBob.
6:01 remains here, third quarter now, 14-3. So Med City erases the goose egg. They'll kick off. Watch an onside, possibly. What do you think? Neither team's offense has really done a whole lot, so it's worth a try.
Absolutely.
But they're not doing it.
No.
End over end kick, taken at the 15. On
out.
the move with the football is Romello Jones. Romello stripping tackles and a nice return up to the 48-yard line.
That was a good return right there, like you said, Rick, and to set up some good field position here. Let's see if Carl Hoffman can shake out the cobwebs and get this offense rolling now.
Big return by Romello Jones.
It's what they needed.
So the Rough Riders with great field position, ball at the 48-yard line. Glad you're with us here on the Coulee Region Sports Network. Freeze finally on the board. Nice, we believe, what, a 37-yard field goal?
It looked to be about 37-38 from what I saw.
By Johnny Christensen. Warminski,
there you
nice
go.
seam in the middle. Warminski using the feet to get out across the 40, still moving into Med City territory, knocked out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Eventually on the play for Med City was number 5, Todd Bland Jr., knocked him out of bounds.
And that gets this Rough Riders sideline fired up because in these weather conditions, even though it's kind of tapered off a little bit, you need to get the ground game going. Great run right there by Warminski. Some good blocking downfield by his wide receivers as well.
Best run of the day by the River City Rough Riders, and for sure, Warminski, he's happy to be able to break one. So now, just inside the 30-yard line, 1st and 10, Rough Riders. Trying to draw him off sides with Hoffman, and he's going to get a free play, and it'll be Warminski again, bouncing off tackles. What an effort as he gets it up to the 32-yard line.
I love the effort right there by Warminski.
It was Matt Jeck who came in with a big hit, knocking Warminski backwards, big number 65.
Yeah, we talked about it. Med City's got some big guys up front, and they can move.
They're part of the Rochester Moving Company.
That gives a free camel clutch with every block.
24-yard line now. 1st and 5 after the penalty. Ditto split left. This is almost Ditto time
Safeties
at this
playing
position. And there it is to Ditto towards the end zone. And the coverage was right in front.
Great coverage.
Did not get any contact there, but following along. Is that number 14? I don't have a 14. Or is it 34?
34. It's Simon Hayes.
34. That is Simon Hayes, yeah. Pick up that 3 from this angle.
The one thing Med City's doing, they're bringing their safeties in the box and backing out quite a bit, so you don't know where that safety's going to rotate on the back end of the defense, and that's why I think Lakeem Good fits that mold right there, because he came up and kind of backed off and I think he made Hoffman change his mind. I think he wanted to go over the middle first. Once he saw that back off, he went to Ditto.
2nd and 5 after the incomplete pass to the end zone. Ditto with 2 touchdown catches already. Jay Peoples in the backfield this time.
Watch for Soley right here, maybe.
Also got Ryan Hoskins to the right. Running play. Jay Peoples for a couple. It'll be 3rd down in about 3 yards.
I'd like to see the Rough Riders try maybe a seam route with the tight end. As, again, that middle of the field where the safeties break off, it's right there for them. They can time it just right. They could get 6.
It'll be interesting to see what the play call is here.
Yeah.
Zach Kleinfeld split out right.
Yep.
Long with Hoskins, and then you've got Ditto left. Jay Peoples in the backfield. Hoskins on the move, trading left. And the handoff to Peoples. He's not going to get the first down. Knocked down just shy of the 20-yard line.
Yeah, they're going for it absolutely here.
So hurry-up offense here. 4th down, 3:35 and counting left, third quarter. But I think you're going to get a Med City things over. At first, it looked like they were going to do the hurry-up and go get to the line of scrimmage right away.
I think it's a good timeout here. Kind of collect your thoughts offensively. It's 3 yards. I mean, go get the first down, then set up some, another set of plays. Maybe go for 6.
Boy, I didn't see any hot dogs make their way over here tonight.
No. Not tonight. Maybe they weren't ready for the rain either.
I saw there was grill smoke over there earlier, but I don't know. Maybe with people filing out here because of the nasty weather, they maybe decided not to keep firing up the grill. I don't know. So the Rough Riders take a timeout, talk things over. 3 yards is all they need, a short 3.
High percentage. Make it high percentage.
Again, they're going to go with Ditto to the left.
Put him on an island.
Hoskins and Kleinfeld right. Peoples in the backfield.
That safety sneaking over here on the right. They're going to have an open area right here in the field.
Not much off to the right side of the field. There's the throw.
Yes.
And completes to Soley. And a first down, Rough Riders knocked down the 10-yard line.
And Hoffman saw it. Safety comes into the inside. Run the drag. It's wide open for him. Great play call right there by the Rough Riders.
I agree with you. Great play call. I thought at first he was going to try to go to the end zone there to Ditto, but then he came up short with it, seeing the cut there by Soley, and he made the catch.
Yeah, he's been open a couple times here. They can't keep up with him out of that tight end spot.
First and goal now for the Rough Riders. Up 14-3 with 2:56 and counting left, third quarter. We're off in terms of broadcast until, I think, is it June 9th?
June 9th. Yes.
I think that's the next one. They're off for a while, and they play at Northland against the Bulls on June 2nd. And then the Renegades here on the 9th. Here's a scoot by Peoples. Gets across the 10 to the 8-yard line. Tripped up by Kevin Klochek. He's been involved in a lot of defensive plays.
Yeah, especially this quarter.
They give him only 1 on the play. Second and goal from the 9. Keeping that football covered up. Got the towel working on it.
There you go. There you go.
Haven't seen Carl Hoffman run the football himself yet today.
Yeah, that's a good point.
He'll stay in the pocket. Throws
There
left,
it is.
looking for Soley.
Yep.
He's got him. Touchdown the slide. And Aaron Soley gets the 9-yard touchdown reception. Third TD of the game, passing for Carl Hoffman, and the Rough Riders up 20-3.
And again, they run that little, it looked like a skinny post that time, putting that linebacker and or safety one-on-one with Soley, which has been a mismatch throughout this game if you're watching closely. That time they see it. Good throw by Hoffman. Catch, butt slide, no tails on the shoes, touchdown Rough Riders.
You knew he was going to get one.
Yeah, he's a good player.
He is a good player.
He's a good receiver. Man, James Washington sure fired up down there.
So Michael Ballwick wearing 14 today. And
bad snap.
Bad snap, and they'll shovel it ahead. But I believe they're going to say ball was dead, and it'll be a non-conversion.
That's a big score, though, for the Rough Riders. After responding to the field goal, put a little bit of distance here. The defense has been playing well in this one, so you got to expect that they can hold the fort down.
20-3 now. Lisa Kay is down on the sidelines. Lisa, I don't know if you're hearing anything there after the touchdown to Aaron Soley, but it seems like the conflict on the field has lessened a bit here in this second half.
Yeah, I think scoring helps everybody's attitude just a little bit. Even 14-3, they seemed a little bit down on themselves, and so just that little bit of success, run all the way down, the field. Very little. What's the word I'm looking for? Penalties. We had a few of those. No penalties this time. Good score. Everybody seems happy. The only person not happy right now is C.J. Wood, who's out with cramps.
Yeah, he has not been back out. Zach Kleinfeld has been out there for a while, as well as Hoskins. Here's the kick, and a dangerous returner from the 9-yard line. And again, streaking up the field, showing the feet, cutting to the near sideline. Another spin move made there. That was Andre Davis on the return. Andre Davis. Or is that LeMay? That might be E.J. LeMay. That's what it says on the back of his jersey. There's two number 4s, Andre Davis and E.J. LeMay. So give credit to LeMay.
Yep. Good speed. Both those returners, man. So Med City's got some good special teams going. They got a good kicker that can punt, and you got 2 quality return guys. That's scary if you get it rolling in the right direction.
Looks like E.J. LeMay going to stay on the field on offense this time. Yeah, a few players on this Med City roster, due to the fact that their new jerseys, some sort of confusion on them being shipped. They're wearing last year's jerseys, so they got some double numbers on a few players.
That happens quite a bit, I've noticed.
Yeah, more often than you'd like it to happen.
Yeah.
We do the best we can with trying to decipher who's who. And a fumble on the snap, and he'll have to eat it at the 35.
Man.
Courtney Farrell will get a contact sack.
Yep. Farrell and Washington have been just in the middle of that defense. So impactful for the Rough Riders today.
The big men in the middle, Washington and Farrell. Got Nicholson playing on left end now, Bortle on the right end.
It's a pretty talented defensive unit.
There has not been much success for this Med City offense here this evening. Clock ticking down the third quarter. 50 and counting left. Sharpen's getting great protection. Then it breaks down. Washington just couldn't bring him down. The throw left, and it is an up for grabs and a flag thrown. Pass was intended for Storm Soto, and he got hit from behind as he went up for it.
I call that pass interference, really, because he had his hands on the ball. The contact was pretty much simultaneous.
The only thing that I saw there was possibly leading with the helmet when he went up for the catch.
Yeah, they didn't call that, though.
I don't think they were there before he went up for the ball.
I don't think so either.
I don't think that's pass interference.
No.
All I could say is personal foul possibly would be the only call. But
I mean, as a Packer fan, I watched Ahmad Carroll for like 3 years. That is not pass interference.
Yep.
Ahmad Carroll can show you what pass interference is.
Well, the guys with the stripes say it is, and so it is a first down for Med City, now inside River City territory at their 49-yard line.
You know you have no future in football when the coaches tell you to put on boxing gloves to practice, and you still get pass interference penalties.
So Sharpen got a break on the pass interference call. Now he's going to set up under center after being in the shotgun. Just to avoid the bad snaps. They've had a few of them here in this series. Play fake. Being chased. He'll use his feet this time. First time he's run the football today. And, he's hit late. That's going to be a penalty. Oh, my gosh. I can't believe there's no flag.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, the officials are saying he was still in bounds when he was hit.
Wow, Tim Madison got him from behind. Yeah. Why would he stand on the sideline then like that? I mean, he just stopped running.
Yeah. I don't think he has the matrix move ability that you would like to see out of a quarterback.
If he was out of bounds, though, I mean, how can you not throw the flag?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's going to end the third quarter of play. It'll be a good situation. It's just 2 yards to pick up for Med City at the end of 3.
And again, fourth quarter, Rough Riders have played great defense throughout this game and shut it down. That's the mentality you have to have if you're a player on the Lacrosse Rough Riders sideline right now.
20-3, fourth quarter about set to begin. Stay tuned for the post game. I know Lisa's going to go hard to work in the rain, interviewing a couple of players. I don't know if Coach Brown's going to join you or not. What was the latest discussion on that?
Yes, as far as I was aware, he was going to come, and a couple of players were going to come.
Okay.
But we'll see what happens.
Sounds good.
I do feel the wind has died down a little bit.
Yep.
It's just a drizzle. I'm keeping this up because of the equipment, but it's let up significantly. And if you look to the north, there is slight blue skies. So maybe that was
so
just
that's towards Onalaska is what
that's
you're
correct.
saying.
Where it didn't rain at all.
Yes.
Yeah. Just here in La Crosse, over Swanson
Probably
Field.
just right over this field.
Yeah.
Well, so that's good news. And you can tell the wind is definitely
It's like
died down.
Onalaska Sesame Street, and we're in an episode of The Walking Dead. That's the comparison that you
That's a
can
good
have
one.
right now with the weather.
That's good. That's a good comparison. Yes, I think we're the zombie stand. All right, so fourth quarter action just about set to begin here. And a 20-3 lead, 17 points, the Rough Riders. Aaron Soley with a touchdown catch. Philip Ditto with 2. 3 touchdowns for Carl Hoffman. And although he does have 3 touchdown passes, I think he'd be the first to admit in this conditions it hasn't been his best in terms of accuracy.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, in that last drive, the running game helped him out a little bit, set him up in some good scenarios. As to where, they could maybe fool that defense and make that safety come up, they took advantage of having that extra guy in the box on the skinny post route. I mean, again, I think the play calling's been solid offensively for the Rough Riders. It's just the execution from time to time.
I'm not sure if Jeff can see beneath, but there's a little cutie in pink down there it doesn't seem fazed by the weather at all. You see down there?
Oh, no. Not fazed
there you
whatsoever.
go. Look at that. This is football weather. You guys are crying up there. That's what she's saying.
If my dog saw that little kid right now, I wouldn't be able to get him away from it.
So second and a couple here for Med City, and whistles aplenty and no play to start things out.
All right, come on, let's go. It's almost Miller time. Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
So a very slow start to our fourth quarter. Lots of confusion and finally a change in personnel, and here we go. Second down, 2 yards to go. Sharpen used his feet to get him in this short down, and it'll be Pruitt stacked up before he gets to the first down marker.
Yeah, Tyler Bortle in on that hit right away. Right off the edge.
Starlon Pruitt, who I was watching some film of him playing 9-man, he was cruising through people, cutting through and slicing and dicing. He has had none of that here against this Rough Rider
Pretty
defense.
frustrated as he takes his helmet off and goes to the sideline. You can see it.
So I don't think the offensive line has done what they normally would do against the 9-men defenses against this Rough Rider defense. Battle in the trenches. And Sharpen throws high. Benson can't hang on to it. He is popped as he went up for it. Coverage there by J-Rock Staley.
Yeah, good idea on the route, but the timing definitely was off on that throw. That's what gives you that high point release, and then Benson really can't catch it in stride, make him going back for that football. That's also a very high element for a turnover to happen, too, on those plays.
So it's fourth down for Med City again. Short yardage to pick up. Clock stopped on the incomplete pass. Looks like is Aaron Soley talking to Lisa down there?
I think he's heading over there.
He probably wants to do an interview. Sure, he's always ready to go. He's touchdown catch.
He's about to go in.
Oh, he's going to go in? Okay. Well, next time he has a chance, you can ask him about his touchdown catch. He did the little slide on his butt down in the end zone.
Slip and slide, he said.
Yeah, slip and slide.
Yeah, and he said he took the tails off his shoes.
We noticed.
Because he couldn't run the 40 with them.
Nice. He heard my comment about that. That's awesome.
He said, they'll be right back. He'll be right back.
That's awesome. And a complete disaster for Med City as they fumbled again, and they turn the ball over on downs. Boy, it just hasn't turned out well for them offensively today.
Scotty, maybe if you put squirrel tails on your shoes, you could run the 40 faster.
You know, I could not run the 40 right now in any way, shape, or form that any scout or any person on this planet would want to replay that, even during Run, Rich, Run. Okay, that would be bad.
That's a Rich Eisen reference that Scotty's given the people if they're unfamiliar with what that is. Your silhouette would be a lot bigger.
It would be. I got to work on the silhouette again here. So
my silhouette would be bigger as well than Rich Eisen. It's no go on the play to Beasley.
Yeah, I like Beasley. I think they should try to get him the ball a little bit more.
I think that was the plan. Talking with Dan Bridges before the season started, they really like what he can bring to the table. They just haven't really gotten him involved enough, and that play obviously didn't work out.
I tell you what, he runs some really good routes as a receiver. He's got that plant go method, and I mean, it just a very good knowledge where he needs to be.
Of course, no Jay Greenhill with a wrist injury. He was clubbing up the wrist, I think, but I had not seen him out there. So I think maybe he's, for the most part, had the night off. Play fake to Beasley, given right, and boy, the running game is getting eaten up. Warminski absolutely destroyed in the backfield by Ted Ohm.
There he is again, and Ted Ohm has been a force today for the Freeze up front, just like James Washington on the other side. Both of them have been very disruptive.
Jeff, give a little close-in shot on number 59. Check the arms out there if you get a chance. That's a big boy there in the middle.
Yeah, those arms are as big as my silhouette. He's a good football player.
He is. So third down for the Rough Riders. The last two plays have not been what they would like to see after doing them. There's Hoffman. He gets a pass rush now and throws that one away. Pressure was applied.
Here comes the punting unit.
Yeah, that was a series they'd like to forget about.
Yeah, I think so. And again, the one thing that Hoffman, with that football even, there was guys around that ball when he threw it. If anything, he's going to throw it away. He's outside the pocket, throw it away. Get it out of the field of play. There was nobody in the purple around that football.
Bryce Lease has been handling the punting duties, and he's back out there again for the Rough Riders. Back deep, Lakeem Good. Kick towards the sidelines. That's going to bounce and roll. Great roll for the Rough Riders. Roll. And down to the 5. That is some good stuff there. Kick coverage, also good by Joe Diekman, and a great punt by Lease.
Yeah, and that's a perfect scenario, again, with how the Rough Riders have played defensively. We keep saying it, but it's true. They've been very good and hard to beat. They're winning their matchups. Everything that they're doing is on point today.
So pin deep, Med City at their own 5. Oh, Lisa has got the man we were talking about, Aaron Soley. Take it away, Lisa.
Hey, Aaron. Maybe that last possession, something you guys want to maybe not think about when you look back at the game?
Absolutely. We're trying to do with the weather right now. The ball's a little slick, and so receivers got to catch the ball, and we got to execute on offense.
Yeah, the running game's not been so great today for either team. And what do you think about how you guys have scored those 3 touchdowns and really had some success there?
With the running game, the defense is doing an absolute job stopping the other teams. And with the receivers, ditto, he's getting double covered, so it's opening the guys in the short routes like that last touchdown. And so the offense is moving through ditto right now. The line's working really great, and Carl's making good decisions.
Hey, Lisa, you want to tell Aaron that his defense just scored him 2 points?
Your defense just scored you 2 points.
Perfect.
Oh, man.
2 more points, a safety, as the offense has just created negative points.
I like how
again.
he's excited to get back out there right away. He's like,
oh,
time to get my stuff and go.
He was a little out of breath.
He was.
I think he was nervous. He needed to get his words in quickly and get back on the field.
I couldn't really cut him off because he was really having some good analysis there.
Yeah,
the rain has picked up significantly.
Again.
Again.
Yeah, Tyler Bortle was involved in on that safety, and James Washington celebrating. You could also see in on the safety was the guy we mentioned a million times, Vontrez Phelps.
Yeah,
he has been great.
He's had a great season in general. I think, you talk about the change of personnel and are they going to be able to play together, the continuity? I mean, I tell you what, this is a very good defense.
So now a free kick from the 20, waiting for one more player to get on the field, and finally out there was Dontrell Johnson for the freeze. 22-3, 12:07 left, fourth quarter. Rough Riders and Ditto from the 40. Ditto getting blockers in front. He may get the sideline. Ditto knocked out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Good return and good blocking on special teams.
Yeah, good setup, and now the Rough Riders can maybe get one more on the board and end this one for sure.
They're sitting pretty with 12 minutes remaining. I think they got him. They robbed him of a yard, but nonetheless, 37, pretty good field position to start out this drive.
Position, and maybe they can keep this running attack going, even though they struggled in the first half. Second half has really come together, getting some pretty good chunk yardage on this defense for Med City.
And Sully back out there. Ditto split left. Sully the tight end, left side. Kleinfeld split far right. Hoskins next to him. Warminski in the backfield. And Hoffman gets the snap to Warminski. Can he get to the outside? Nope, that's not going to happen. Good pursuit, good coverage. There was a Josh Reynolds, I believe, with the tackle.
That was quick.
Josh Reynolds with good pursuit. A loss of 6 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 16 for the Rough Riders. They've had a couple of big plays from the running game, but a lot of negatives.
Yes. Yeah, a couple flashes, but overall, not what you want to look back on and say that was one of our stronger efforts.
Nope.
It needs to continue to get better as the season goes on.
All right, they moved the marker up, so it's just 15, not 16 now. Warminski, the tailback. And trouble, Hoffman being chased. Ohm, it's blocked there, and then chucked down the field by Hoffman. It's up for grabs and caught along the sideline. Did they say he's in bounds?
They're going to say
Ryan Hoskins did a good job of catching what was kind of like a Hail Mary.
Yeah, good job by Hoffman that time as he set his feet when he threw that one. You can see what can happen when a quarterback can set their feet and throw.
Well, he got a block as Ohm was chasing him down. Stepping up to keep him separate was, I think that's Steven Schneider, who's wearing number 55, if that's an accurate number. I haven't said his name this season, but that's who 55 is on our roster. And it looks like he's out there on the offensive line right now. But that's going to back the Rough Riders all the way back to the 42. What was the penalty call?
Personal foul on the Rough Riders.
Okay. Who committed the personal foul?
I don't know. But they better be winding up the annexation of Puerto Rico play to get out of this one.
Yeah. Is it Kendall Wade? 31, you said? Yep. Uh-oh, dropped by Hoffman, and it's a turnover. That's to be Med City football at the 30-yard line. Hot potato. And Carl Hoffman not able to hang on. Yes, Lisa?
That penalty was committed by number 10.
Oh, 10
yes.
for the Rough Riders.
That's correct.
That would be Jordan Binkin, the center.
Yeah, and he's been kind of talking to the officials a lot this game, so I don't know if there's some frustration there with maybe going against Ulm and those guys in the middle kind of leaking out.
And not windy, so the rain's coming straight down, so at least for equipment purposes, that's a good thing, but I'm sure it's no fun for you down there.
Well, it's been better weather that we've broadcast for sure, but, it's football.
It is what it is. Coming down again here at Swanson Field.
My hands are quite numb, and my face is a little numb. It's very difficult to speak.
Yeah, one thing about the rain is unless there's lightning, you play it in football. Of course, we've done a few high school games in the fall where the lightning strikes and then you got to wait 30 minutes for each lightning bolt.
Yeah, we had one of those this year, that's for sure.
Oh, that Central game. They got moved to GET for the second half.
That was the one I was not here for.
Wow, what a hit.
That was a big stick right there. Pruitt got rocked as the Rough Riders defender. Vontrez Phelps was right there again.
Man, that guy, he's a tackling machine. Just got a knack for the football.
Well, he's one of those additions on defense for this season, and he's been probably the biggest addition.
Absolutely.
Pick up a 5 on the play.
Yeah, because like you said, every running back on this Med City roster is stout, hard to bring down, lower body. Not for Phelps.
Sharpen under center. 10 minutes to play here. 22-3. You hear the rain falling. Sharpen with a play fake. He'll throw towards the end zone. Way short. Intercepted by Troy Young. Nobody in a Med City jersey anywhere near this football. And Troy, big play, Young making moves. Shaking and baking. Young will look to pitch it back. Whoop! And it was a little bit low on the pitch. They were hoping to make something happen with a pitch. Young tried to throw it on back to Jamar Boone, and Boone just had to dive down to make sure they didn't turn the football over.
Jamar, I just fell on my belly to get the ball, Boone. As we have all these Chris Berman references going on in here right now. Oh, my gosh.
Rumbling, stumbling, bumbling.
Nobody circles the Reagans like the lacrosse Rough Riders.
So Rough Rider football at the 33-yard line.
See if they can run this clock down now.
Probably the heaviest the rain's come down the entire game right now.
Here we go.
And Hoffman to throw, pressure. Nice pass, and no, it came off the hands of Aaron Soley. Two guys in the area.
I think it was supposed to go to Romello Jones.
That's what it looked like to me. I thought it was going to go right to him there, and I think Soley kind of took it away, and he couldn't hang on. Gets a tap on the back from Coach Harrison. And it'll be 2nd and 10. 9:32 left.
Yeah, this is the one thing about not having a running attack in the fourth quarter. Even though it's only it's still 22-3. I mean, in this weather, you could turn the ball over easily.
Steve Rodriguez now in the backfield. Looks like he's playing the fullback position. And Jay Peoples behind Carl Hoffman. Give is to Peoples, and they just swallow it whole. Loss on the play of 2 yards. Third down and 13.
Yeah, just the initial quickness from the freeze up front has been something that the offensive line of the Rough Riders haven't been able to figure out.
Forrest Kroll, nice addition up there on that
awesome
defensive line.
Forrest Kroll. That's a cool name right there.
It sounds tough.
Yeah.
I got to say. Really, there's some tough guys on this Med City team. They just need to work on the offense.
Yeah. Well,
missing one of their best receivers.
Rodriguez. Yeah, I agree with you, Rick. But when you're playing a defense like the Cross, I think, I do think the Rough Riders defense has played very well this year. They have a lot of athletes, man, and you got to be proud of, their performance against the Med City offense, especially you would say that like you were scouting them, that running the football may be their strength. Well, they shut that down today, and I think that they had a key on that.
Well, they do have both quarterbacks are wearing number 15 today, so it is possible that Justin Whiting has got an opportunity. He's a first-year quarterback from Iota. There's not much difference in their size, so I'm not sure if we can spot the name on the back of the jersey the next time they have the ball on offense. But that last throw to the end zone that was intercepted by Troy Young, that was nowhere near the intended receiver.
It wasn't, and, again, wet ball plays a factor. Probably didn't get everything he wanted on it. It was still good coverage by Lacrosse either way. I don't think that pass was going to be completed. But
timeout down on the field with 8:22 remaining as flags were a-flying yet again. Ball is backed up. Is that the 24, it looks like?
Yeah, it looks like it.
So, again, we're not going to have another broadcast until June 9th. Taking a look at that Rough Rider schedule. They will be at Northland to take on the Bulls at University of Wisconsin River Falls. 4 o'clock kickoff Saturday, June 2nd. So a couple weeks off till that game. Then back the following week here at Logan High School against the Renegades. And the Renegades, another one of those new teams coming from Granite City, at least new teams to this league. And they are going to be here for the first time. And then the Invaders come in June 16th. Here's Hoffman, good protection. Slings it out to Werminski, but he'll spin a couple of times. Not going to get a whole lot, maybe picked up 5. And then the Storm come on in. That's Saturday, June 23rd. Then it's on the road at the Vipers. And then at Thunderhawks on July 14th. And then you'll have the call when the Force come to town on Saturday, July 21st.
Hopefully,
Have you thought about your color commentator for that one?
I'd like to have Lisa up here with me. I think she
instead of the sidelines.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Yeah,
I could do that.
Yeah. All right.
Hopefully, it's not raining in July.
What is that, Stan? I'm not going to repeat, Stan. I'm leaving that one alone. Stan, we'll put you on the mic for that one.
Now that sounded like Stephen A. right there.
Lakeem Good tried to make a couple of moves there.
That's where that conversation ends.
Yeah, I kind of snuffed that conversation
yes,
out
there.
Sorry. It didn't work for us back in the 60s.
Yeah.
No. Oh, boy. Stan, are you just mad you didn't get a hot dog, or what's going on here?
I think I'm going to run. I'm going to run another microphone over there. You can just put it right. You can just put a microphone right next to your one for public address. We'll just do that
from time to time. Just turn it on randomly.
Yeah, we'll just turn it on.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. So it's a change of possession here, as it'll be Med City football, 26-yard line with 7:24 left to play. A very sloppy second half.
Yes. A very long fourth quarter so far, too.
Yep. Yeah, yes, that's right. We had that running clock against the Vipers.
Really helped.
No running clock here tonight.
Just running water.
And the change at quarterback. And some nice shifty moves as E.J. LeMay took the snap.
There you go.
And LeMay picks up 7. So I think it's a good move here. Go with a quarterback with the feet. I don't know. We'll see what he can do in terms of throwing the football, but
right.
Looks like he'll stay in at the quarterback position. E.J. LeMay, his first series of the game. Very athletic, and he fumbles the football, and the fullback will dive on top of it. Dustin Hink able to fall on that football. Now 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, you're getting in there, new quarterback. Not used to hanging onto that football from center, and that's the result right there.
Trying to dry off some of the equipment here so that we don't, you might hear a big buzz all of a sudden and there's nobody talking. Are we bringing back Smoke and Jay Cutler again this week?
Oh, boy. Maybe for fun they can bring back that recumbent bike, too, that he was on the sideline with all the time.
Yeah, 3rd and 6. And E.J. LeMay. He's going to scramble. I pretty much figured that. He gets a block. He can get loose, and boy, can he run. 1st down, Med City, as LeMay takes it across the 40. Moves the sticks.
Showing the speed right there. The Rough Riders had contain on the outside, figuring he would, but you can't teach that, Rick. That's for sure.
I want to see if he throws the football.
Yeah. Be interesting to see if he'll give that a whirl in this kind
Obviously, you got to pretty much go with a contain right now on him, right?
Yep.
It's coming down hard down the field again.
Weather only Annie Lennox could love, Rick.
Here comes the rain again. Looks like LeMay going to try to throw no. He's going to drop back and run yet again. And he's fast enough to get around a couple of defenders till he's eventually taken out by Troy Young, but inside River City territory at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, Young got a good lick on him, too, right on that hip.
Well, you got to believe that Eric Evans, the offensive coordinator for Med City, said enough of the turnovers. We're going to put a quarterback in that can run the football, and we'll try to work it downfield. Obviously, it's going to be tough to get enough points doing it that way, running the football, but clock now hitting near the 4-minute mark. But I expect more of the same. You?
Yes.
Stan, are you placing a food order? He is. He's on the phone placing a food order. Oh, nothing for us, though. That's a bummer. Now another quarterback steps in, throws it blindly, intercepted at the 16-yard line. And J-Rock will get the recipient of a, I don't know what you call it, quite honestly. It was Storm Soto throwing the football up for grabs. That wasn't a Hail Mary.
That was a Hail Jerry.
That didn't go 20 yards. Yeah, skeet shoot the Soto duck. Sorry, Soto. I know you might be watching this on the archive. You have to admit it wasn't real good. So intercepted, 3:34 left. Should we drop in, listen to Stan's order?
That'd be great if we could.
Go ahead, Stan. Keep giving. If he's giving out phone numbers, I don't want to put that on.
867-5309.
He's giving out his phone number. Don't talk over it. There's a nice throw and completion and good run after the catch by Ryan Hoskins. Still on his feet up to the 40 and then driven down by 3 or 4 Med City tacklers. It took that many.
Good effort by Hoskins right there. And guess if he can't run the ball, just sling it short and get some yards.
Well, there's a guy who still wants to play today.
Absolutely.
I had John Madden that always say something like, there's a guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
I mean, I remember it more from playing the video game than I do the actual commentary during the games.
What's that, John? Then there's Pat Summerall.
I
always wanted to be a pirate.
To the 10. To the 5. He's got his receiver. Completes the 30-yard line and falling forward. Another big catch by the Rough Riders. They're not done yet. Aaron Soley with a grab.
But honestly, has there been a more iconic football duo broadcasting than Madden and Summerall? I mean, in the 80s,
I always loved them.
I did too.
Some of the nonsense.
Just near the end when they were focusing on butt sweat more than football, then I got a little
And then they
concerned.
started turning those YouTube videos into their commentary.
When you're talking about how many Reubens Nate Newton can eat in a sitting over a football game, I'm not going to watch anymore, okay? I'm changing the channel to Phil Simms.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Phil Simms, to be honest with you.
No.
He was a good quarterback for the Giants, but not so much a commentator.
But that tells you what I thought of the conversations of food and Nate Newton.
Yeah. I know a lot of people like Jim Nantz in football, and I don't like Jim Nantz either.
Yeah, I would agree. I don't think it's a good fit.
He's golf to me.
Yes. Hello, friends.
Yeah, it's too soft to me. So what you're saying is, Stan, you don't like any announcers, you just shut us off and just watch the game. Okay, professional. I'm talking professional.
We got flair. Did you hear that?
We got flair.
We got flair.
Woo!
Yeah. All right.
That's good. Right. Yeah. That's true. No corporations here.
You're what? You.
Very good, Stan.
I was going to say, speaking of corporations, he's got to get that food order in.
2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain. Lisa getting set to get the post-game interviews. Rough Riders looking to cruise to victory. They look like they want to get some more points on the board here.
Yeah, they're all still pretty amped to play. Everyone's pretty talkative. I've had quite a few players come up and try to say hi today, but we'll try to maybe get them on next game.
Ooh, Carl Hoffman overthrows his receiver left. Romello Jones, the intended receiver there. So that stops the clock. Seems like the group up here would like him to run the football so that the clock does a little something.
Yeah, I'm gathering that. Oh, I was going to ask Stan what time that food order was going to be ready. That's, 20. Okay, all right, man.
Nothing for us, though. That's what we've been told.
We got flair, but no food.
So after the incomplete pass, 2nd down and 10. Rough Riders have possession with 1:54. And it looks like they're going to the air again. Warminski lined up as a receiver this time. Trips right. Romello Jones is the intended receiver towards the end zone. Romello, incomplete.
Great effort, though.
Made a nice dive for the catch in the end zone. The throw was definitely in the area. So 3rd down after the incomplete pass.
Yeah, let one of these receivers catch the ball and run after the catch here, Rick. Get that first down. Here comes Ditto. Maybe they're hearing
Ditto's
what I'm
out.
saying.
Ditto's out. He'll be split left. Kleinfeld and Beasley out to the right. Hoskins lined up as a tight end. No Aaron Soley out there. Warminski in the backfield with Hoffman. Hoffman to throw. Goes down the right sideline.
Almost
diving
caught
grab,
that.
Almost caught out there.
Beasley.
Beasley went up for it, but couldn't haul it down. So there's still $1:40 left after the aerial attack, but it's 4th down. They may just try to haul another one down the field.
Yeah, why not at this point?
The Rough Riders still looking to put more points on the board. Hoffman comes back from the sideline. And Kleinfeld outside there with Beasley to the right. Hoskins and Jay Peoples to the left. Warminski in the backfield.
Safeties are
He's going
playing.
to go to
deep.
Hoskins, I believe. Nope. He's going to run into trouble, have to throw it right. That's going to be intercepted. Down across the 20 to the 30. Still on his feet. Open space. A chance here for him to go all the way on the return, and he will, unless he can be caught from behind by Hoffman. Hoffman chases him to the sideline. Touchdown. Med City all the way back on the return with Simon Hayes, and that is a bit of a shocker for the Rough Riders.
Look what I've got here. Got a couple of defensive stars for the day.
Awesome.
They wanted to come and say hi. How's it been your first game here?
Hey, man, I appreciate it. It's good. Our defense balling out. You feel me? I mean, it's lights out. We just got to keep it up the whole season. We've been playing as a team. We've been gelling, and we're going to just keep it going. We're trying to win a championship.
Looking like you were having fun today. We'll let you finish it up.
No, I've been having a lot of fun.
Well, it looks like it down the field. He's definitely having a lot of fun. Montrez Phelps, he has been
Sully's bringing me
magnificent.
interviews after. Yeah, he's like, you got to give these guys a shout out right now, and I'm like, okay.
The defense has only given up 3 points. That's the offense that just gave up 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, defense gets player of the game overall. That's my personal take. All right, there's Zach this second, the opinion. I haven't heard Stan, and he's still ordering food. Oh, wait, he's in there. He's third.
He's still ordering food.
And they almost get in to block the kick. Little kicker contact, and that's going to be a flag against the Rough Riders. Extra point was good. Reggie Horace got in and hit the kicker just at the last second. So they'll tack on the 1. It's 22-10. And they'll get to kick the ball from a little bit further up the field here with 1:20 remaining. Now the Rough Riders better run the football.
Well, not only that, they need to be prepared for an onside kick here, possibly.
Well, if Med City wants to take a shot at winning this football game, I mean, I think it's a no-brainer, right?
Absolutely.
You get the ball back, though, you got to run the football. You got to run the clock.
In the famous words of Pat Summerall, that's right, Rick.
That's right, Rick. So they'll kick from the 40 after the interception return for a touchdown. And a nice run back it was by Simon Hayes from Fort Polk, Louisiana.
Yep. They're playing prepared for an onside here, that's for sure.
Rough Riders tried to get a little greedy, and they paid the price.
Yeah. That's what happens when you throw.
Onside kick attempt, an experienced kicker in Johnny Christensen. And they're going to dive and lose the football, and that's going to be Med City ball. They recover the onside kick. 1:20 left. This game is not over yet. I mean, probably is, but it's not. There's 1:20 left. They get a quick touchdown score.
Yep.
And do the same thing again. Wet football. That's the best time for onside kicks.
Yeah, it's a big defensive possession here for the Rough Riders. And they've been to the task so far today. We'll see if they can shut this down.
So the Rough Riders defense, like you said, Scotty, they've been magnificent today. They're the player of the game as a group. Let's see them finish the game up the same way they've been playing all day.
It's going to be hard to throw the football in these conditions. And
again, it'll be E.J. LeMay. And let's see if there was movement. The flag thrown late. Makes me think it might be against the Rough Riders. Let's see.
It's possible.
Nope, they're going to say false start.
All right.
That'll back them up 5 yards.
That's a bad penalty.
No movement on the clock. And you know they're going to – I mean, the only type of pass they're really going to be able to do is something short.
Yeah.
We've seen a couple different attempts here to get the ball down the field, and it wasn't successful.
I don't know if we want to call those attempts.
They were attempts. That's clearly, I mean, they go down as attempts.
Yeah, I know, Rick.
Yeah. They just weren't good ones.
No. I mean,
so it looks like Soto was calling the play in the huddle. So he's calling the plays, and he'll line up as a tight end here. E.J. LeMay again at quarterback. LeMay
he's going to throw.
Set to throw. And again, he'll run after that, dances away from a couple tackles, then jumps over another. And he's working between tackles. He cuts back left and right and spins and gets down to the 16-yard line.
Wow.
Best run of the day for anyone besides the interception return that we saw earlier.
Yeah, LeMay showing a lot of quick twitch ability right there, going in and out and just making some plays with his feet. And
Eric Evans is saying, all right, we got something working now with this guy at quarterback. The thing is, he's not going to throw it. So how do you stop him if you can't catch him?
If you make the switch in the third quarter at this point, I'd be a little bit more concerned.
If right now I'm Coach Spencer, I would put in every fast guy we've got that's on the sidelines right now, because that's the only way you're going to catch that guy.
Yeah.
He's dropping back, creating space, and then the lineman can't catch him.
Or put 8 guys in the box and force them to throw the football.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, you could try that. There are some skilled receivers on this Med City team.
Yep.
They just haven't been hit too often today. Clock has 59 seconds left on it. 22-10, Rough Riders with a lead, but Med City looking to score some quick points and try another onside kick. You know what's coming. Can you stop it? Another run from the quarterback is my guess. Haven't seen him throw yet. Will he throw for the first time?
Yeah,
plenty of time. Good blocking. Of course, everyone's dropping back to play him to the outside, and LeMay knocked out of bounds.
Good pursuit that time.
The 14-yard line. So good job by the Rough Riders to contain the quarterback, LeMay.
Yeah, Bryce Lease holding his ground and not breaking contain on the outside. That's key. The one thing LeMay does do smartly, though, is he gets out of bounds and doesn't waste a lot of time on that run.
2nd down and 9 yards to go. Just 50 seconds remain. Light rain falling. We have not seen LeMay throw the football yet. And LeMay looking to throw yet again. Now Bortle puts the pressure on. LeMay still looking downfield. He'll get a flag. There'll be some holding here as they throw the ball downfield, and it's tipped and almost picked up by the receiver on the tip. But there's a flag in the backfield.
Yep.
And that's got to be holding.
It's got to be.
Lots of time ticked away on that play.
Personal foul on Med City.
Yeah, that's the call from the official here.
Maybe a low block.
So that backs him up. Now they're walking the marker back.
Yeah, Vontrez Phelps again on the tip of the pass. He's again
everywhere.
Yeah, he's got a nose for the football.
Well, ball at the 30-yard line. And it is the first throw that we have seen from LeMay. We'll see if he goes to the air again.
Yeah, that's a big mistake here in this scenario, though, getting a 15-yard penalty with only 34 seconds left.
And the advantage there is that it's still 2nd down for LeMay and his troops.
Now you got to throw, though.
LeMay be flushed out of the pocket. He's fast enough to get away from both guys unless he gets forced back inside. Here he moves with the feet, cuts around Lease, continues, and eventually dragged down from behind. First there to get to him was Kevin Suber, and then finished off on the other end.
That's the only thing, though. You do that, you just keep wasting time. 18 seconds now, so that play takes off. 16 seconds of the clock just to execute that play.
Suber and Dantzler with the co-tackle. 3rd down, and still a long way to go here for Med City with 18 seconds
that's
left.
all nice and pretty, looking at it on the field, but in the scenario you're in, you got to look to throw the ball right now. You got to.
Rough Riders getting a breather here. Another timeout taken. I think Suber's going to get back to the sideline here. That was a lot of running for him.
Yeah, it was.
He's chasing down LeMay, and I think he's a bit winded after that, Lisa.
I would be winded.
Oh, I know, but we're not playing.
He's run quite a bit, and I can't imagine what the game might have turned out had they put him in a quarterback a lot earlier.
Yeah.
It's about the only success their offense has really had.
If they made that switch in the 3rd quarter with this weather, I can kind of wonder what would have happened.
I didn't think Sharpen's arm was bad, though.
No.
He started at quarter. He just didn't really have any time.
Rush.
That's that River City pass rush. Gang Purple was all over him. So 3rd and long. This time they got multiple back. It looks like LeMay's still going to stay in as quarterback. And I think Benson was...
Yeah, delay a game.
Another flag. Actually, we're going to bring Todd Bland Jr. onto the field, and then he rushed back off. "18 seconds left. It seems like it's been an eternity here at the end.
So are you trying to tell me you feel like Bill Murray right now, Rick?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Lisa will have some post-game interviews after this one wraps up. Rain still falling lightly. LeMay,
they said the house.
Strips a tackle, has a receiver left, completes the pass, And to the sideline and out of bounds. I believe that was Muhammad Thurman who caught the pass. Made a couple of moves. Just 8 ticks left. And one more play for Med City. So the hopes of winning this game and completing, I should say, the comeback is not going to happen. But can they get in the end zone here for a late score?
Yeah,
yes.
They could. Very possible. Man, Rough Riders brought the kitchen sink on that blitz. They had everybody coming.
But again, LeMay did a little ole as the guy dove right off his hip. He does make some Michael Vick moves.
Doesn't have the Michael Vick cannon, that's for sure.
Haven't seen that yet, but he did complete that pass outside with pressure to Thurman, which was a good throw. So I think there's something to look at here on E.J. LeMay as far as an athletic quarterback. And there's the throw. Spiral to the end zone. Up for grabs. Intercepted. J-Rock Staley got up and grabbed that football, stole it away, and that will take care of that. Just a kneel down here with 2 seconds left, and that'll wrap things up.
And that's probably how you put a bow on it if you're the Rough Riders defense today, what they've done. I mean, that right there is just the explanation point on what they've been able to do today defensively against Med City.
I'll put J-Rock Staley and Vontrez Phelps up against any defensive backs in the Northern Elite Football League. They have been incredible additions to this defense.
Yeah, I mean, and the other thing, they're smart players. That's the one thing. You talk about the athletic ability all day long, but they're smart players too.
They're having a good time out there.
Yes, they are.
They are having a real good time. You saw them with Lisa for just a brief moment. Those are two happy guys. Am I right about that?
Yes, absolutely. And I'm going to talk to J-Rock Staley after the game. So we'll get his take on that last interception and how they performed as well.
All right, sounds good, Lisa. We just got one last regulation play here, as it'll be a kneel down, and that'll take care of business. And there it is. The River City Rough Riders are 22-10 winners here over the Med City Freeze. And a good defensive showing for both teams today.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, you know, Med City, even though they come up on the short end in this one, they cannot be at all hanging their heads on their defensive performance. I mean, offensively, like we said, and that you can give credit where credit's due to the Rough Riders defense, they were not able to move the football at all until the second half when LeMay came in and started making some plays with his feet. But that's too little too late. Game's over. But I tell you what, great defensive matchup on both sides of the ball, without question.
We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with your post game coming up here on the Coulee Region Sports Network.
Scott Cordopassi of Denture Smart Denture Service.
Hey, it's Scott the Tooth Tech here, and I want you to know I've heard it all. My denture broke. I lost my denture. The dog ate my denture. In those situations, Denture Smart is here for you. Having the lab in the office is perfect for these situations. Many repairs can be done while you wait. New dentures can sometimes be done in as little as 2 visits. There's never a cost to see the doctor. Explore your options as a patient. Choose Denture Smart for your denture needs. Remember, I may not be the tooth fairy, but I'm the next best thing.
Denture Smart Denture Service, 605 2nd Avenue South in Onalaska. Stop in today for a better smile or call for an appointment at 608-519-3946. The River City Rough Riders would like to welcome the Dugout 47 as a 2018 season sponsor and partner during the Rough Riders NFL Play 60 USA Football. If you're looking for great food and great fun, visit Rick Fuller and his crew at the Dugout 47, located at 1305 Bainbridge Street on French Island.
Isn't life crazy? One day your fender gets dented by a runaway shopping cart. The next day, your kid's college entrance exam is a runaway success.
Yes, I got accepted.
But that's life. Some days you're the bug, some days you're the windshield. No worries, your State Farm agent is here in all of life's moments, the good and the not so good, to help life go right. So good day, bad day, any day, let's talk.
Call State Farm agent Kurt Path in Onalaska at 608-783-1130.
Don't miss another sports event, dance recital, or teacher conference. Join the 17th fastest growing private media company in the country. N2 Publishing is America's #1 producer of private neighborhood publications, with over 900 publications in 48 states and adding more. Work with N2 Publishing to make a difference in your community. Enjoy flexible flexible hours. Set your own schedule in a recession-proof, high-growth industry with a company culture that is dynamic, upbeat, and positive. Professional training and ongoing support is provided by an established company with a track record of success. For more information, email wendy.frankie@n2pub.com. This is River City Rough Riders Northern Elite Football on the Coulee Region Sports Network.
Rick and Scotty with you, and Lisa down the field with the coach. Take it away, Lisa.
Thanks, Rick. Coach, not the weather that you guys had planned on today, but definitely the game ball goes to your defense. Tell me about the success that they had.
Well, we got a bunch of young guys that are eager to perform. That's how I can explain it. They're team players. They play well together, and they adjust on the fly, and you can't ask for a better defense than that.
Well, the Med City Freeze being a new team to this league and running from a 9-person to an 11-person, I'm sure you've seen some footage on them, but you definitely had to prepare for a very quick run game, and your defense shut that down today.
Yeah, we kind of came into this one blind somewhat, them coming from a 9-man league, so we didn't have much on them. But we just kind of stuck to the basics, our base defense and our blitzes, and it tended to work out just fine.
Now, I will say that didn't have too much success on your own half with the run game, with their defense being as strong as well. Do you make any adjustments for next week, trying to get a little bit more success with the run game, or do you really give credit to their defense?
Well, their defense is very good, especially up front. But I have to tell you that our offensive line needs to fire off the ball on run, and they need to get in their seat and block a little better on passing. We did not see their best performance by any means today.
Well, I do want to thank you for your time. I think we're going to talk with J-Rock Staley. We'll be back with you guys on June 9th. You're going to travel for a few games, and we can discuss your success when you return.
All right, great. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good night. J-Rock, how's it going today?
I'm feeling good. I'm so happy I can't even speak. I'm speechless right now.
Well, that last interception had to put a bow on the present of this game for you.
Yeah, it had to. Me and the DBs, we got a bet with whoever get the most picks as a DB. The other DBs got to do, I think it's 150 push-ups. So I think I'm leading it right now with 2, but I got a long way to go.
Right on.
Well, it's a good goal to have for the season. We've got another joiner here. So game ball goes to the defense tonight. And how do you feel you guys did as a whole?
Oh, I think we did phenomenal. Like, I mean, if it wasn't for the D-line, the opportunity that we have as DBs to get picks and interceptions, man, it'd be impossible without them. So I can't thank them enough for the linebackers.
Well, I can tell how happy you are. You're just bouncing around here under the umbrella. So what do you do to top this for next week?
Start all over from day one, watch film. After this, the clock strikes 0. That's the end of this. Move to the next game.
All right, I'll keep an eye on those numbers, and we'll see who has the 150 push-ups at the end of the season. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
J-Rock, that's a player. That's a class act. That's a guy who loves playing football. He's happy. Yeah. He's happy. He is happy about the way things go. Did Aaron want to talk to you one more time?
I don't know. Aaron, did you want to say hi? He already said hi.
He did. All right.
He did.
That's good. He definitely likes the camera, doesn't he?
He likes the screen time. He made sure to rush in on that one.
He says he loves having us do the game.
That's good.
We have fun with it.
It's
great to have characters and players like that want to be a part of the broadcast, too. So we have fun doing it, and we'll be doing it again on June 9th. As we'll be back here at Swanson Field. Any final words from you, Lisa, before we say goodnight here?
I'm not going to do a 150 push-up contest with anybody.
Nope. I'll go ahead and agree with you on that. Don't want to do 150. Couldn't do.
I'm not sure how long it'll take my feet to dry out. My shoes are soaked. So.
Yeah, I know when I get home I'll eat more than 150 calories. I'll tell you that much right now.
I'm going to go ahead and say that. That's a definite.
Yes, it is.
All right. Thank you, Lisa.
Yeah, you guys too. We'll see you on the 9th.
All right. Sounds good.
Good
Lisa
job,
Kay
Lisa.
from the sidelines does a great job as always. Want to thank Jeff Ross on camera. Scotty, any final words from you, sir?
No, just again, the Rough Riders defense balling out, just kind of like what J-Rock said, and they continue to lead this team what could possibly be something that they may want down the road. Defense wins championships. They know it.
They were good tonight, without question. Again, the final score, Rough Riders 22, Med City 10. Hope you enjoyed our coverage here on the Coulee Region Sports Network. For the entire CRSN crew, my name is Rick Frankie. Good night now.
We hope you enjoyed CRSN's coverage of River City Rough Riders semi-pro football. All of the NEFL action has been presented to you by
Subway of Lacrosse, Old Style Inn, Bacalar's Meats, NFL Plays 60, USA Football, Pepsi of Lacrosse.
Also brought to you by
Newey's Vogue, Trendsetter LLC, Apparel by Ray, Custom Fab of Lacrosse, Shimmy's, Dairy Queen of Lacrosse, The Dugout, 47 on French Island,
and by
The Dive Bar, Matt's Auto and Repair, Coulee Bank, Denture Smart Denture Service, Her Path State Farm Insurance of Onalaska, and Gelini's Restaurante Onalaska.
CRSN is your home for all the River City Rough Riders home games this spring and summer. This has been a Coulee Region Sports Network presentation of River City Rough Riders NEFL Semi-Pro Football. For Rough Riders game highlights, like Coulee Region Sports Network on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at CR Sports Network. Coulee Region Sports Network. Live, local, and anywhere you can get the World Wide Web. CRSN.